Bomb on the bridge where the Tycon flow snap vivid like the Nikon. Been cold with the vibe warm, keep it locked like the vice arm. They got her twisted like the coat arm, heart something froze like the snowstorm. Her tote bag match her throat charm. She from the land of the sand where they flex so subtle when her drink mint muddle. Left home and her man in the game that he played for the sand of the shade. She parades you to square in her shades. She like why you do that, niggas be deceptive. Young pretty restless, long as the check is addressed to a residence. She self-heal therapy, she retail on clearance but she shopping for clarity. Reap what she sold for the dividend. Know what time is a medicine, copping the wristwatch Cartier with the bezel on her credit. Demanding hers where it's due. I swear she's so sadistic, defensive, pessimistic, reclusive. She too lit, independent. She too quick to dismiss courtship, concerned with malice. She pile up as the bout ends. She throws a talent. She clutch a half full chalice. Sip you from fountains. Check her rap. She chic, maneuver mountains. Fly away with you. Escape the negative. I'm just trying to let time out. Fly away with you. Escape the negative. I'm just trying to let. So grab her on this fly. Grab her on this fly. I let the thumbnail distract me from the bigger picture. Losing sanity to misplaced feelings. Real shit kept deep in her makeup bristles. Outline blink, she sent 1,000 kisses. I just tripped, I sold 1 million tickets. I'm way too focused on this image lately. My mind is racing 1 million miles a minute. No time to slide, I guess I'm bad with distance. I never text you back, lately my thoughts they drifted around the shots to keep us all from losing who we are. We're products of a generation where we swiping left across the interfaces. Out my mind, I tend to be evasive. Yeah. All the notice how the money made us. Here come on this fly. Here come on this fly. Here come on this fly away. Here come on this fly. Here come on this fly. Here come on this fly.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody that's in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys cannot, give me a thumbs down or an angry face. I'm going to shout out everybody that's in the building early, all right? We got DSM Sinister in the house. Shout out to you. We got Carlton Way in the house. Shout out to you. And we got Win Loser Rug in the house. Shout out to you. And we got some Ghost Watchers. That ain't gonna say nothing. That ain't gonna get no shout out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Carlton Way. Make sure y'all show Carlton some love because Carlton is the only reason that y'all got to stream. Carlton is the only reason that y'all got to stream because I happen to be trolling on TD Hip Hop Media. Shout out to TD Hip Hop Media's live stream. And I seen Mo Fax had dropped a comment, and I responded to Mo Fax comment. and of course, Carlton was right there to respond to that comment that I made. I was like, oh, my man Carlton's still up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, my man Carlton's still up, man. I don't care if he's the only one in the stream. We about to chop it up because I ain't feel like streaming today, man. You know what I'm saying? I chopped up a bunch of live streams of some stuff that's completely stupid that everybody says that they're not interested in, but that stuff gets all of the views, which is interesting. Don't you guys think that that's interesting? Let me ask you guys this. What can people actually get out of roasting Fresh and Fit? We about to go off code, Carlton. Make sure you put the alerts in the chat so that everybody knows. It's not like they're going to watch anyway, but just in case they happen to watch, just so that, you know, if you can tolerate past the 10-minute mark, we about to be off code. So my man Carlton about to put the alerts in the chat, and we're going to get busy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get busy. Shout out to my man Carlton. Carlton dropping truth bombs already. Social media subscribers say that they want money, but are ghosts on the crypto screen, on the crypto streams. Facts. Social media subscribers say they want news. They're ghosts on the news streams. You notice that? But then if you look at people like Johnny Somali, if you look at people like Fresh and Fit, if you look at people like N3on, man, they get all these views, and they get all these views from somewhere. You know why they got so many views? Everybody that's watching people like that are not watching people like me. You know what I'm saying? They're not watching people like me. Shout out to Carlton and Win Loser Rug. That's right. Off code media alert. Off code media alert. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I'm going to make me a video. In the thumbnail, it will have Fresh and Fit. But when someone clicks on the video, it'll be something on Bitcoin. People be big mad. Bro, they'll unsubscribe. They'll do just like that person in TD's live stream did today. Did you see that in the comment section? You talk too much. You talk too much. I don't know if people realize this, but it's called a copyright violation if you don't add commentary over the video. So people have to talk on the videos. Is anybody aware of that? You know what I'm saying? You can't just repaste somebody's content on the internet. That's called a copyright violation. Now, there's some people that claim that they're shadow banned, but have thousands of people in their chat screaming fair use all the time. They put commentary over videos the same way that TD did, but you never have any imbeciles in their comment section saying anything like that. Maybe because that's what the shadow ban is. The shadow ban is to keep people saying idiotic stuff like that out of their chat. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what else is interesting? It's interesting how flaky people are. It's interesting how flaky people are. You guys notice that? If you guys notice how flaky people are, give me a thumbs up. If you don't notice how flaky people are, give me a thumbs down. People are flaky. And they don't like being confronted. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Now, y'all know I'm not about to sit up here and gaslight people. I ain't never done that. And I'm not going to start. I think that people just need to grow a set of balls, thicker skin. And if they don't get that from me, they're going to get it eventually in the real world. Shout out to Black Manta 777. Appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Black Manta 77 some love. Throw some like enforcers in the chat. So we're going to try to figure out what makes a Johnny Somali so popular. Because maybe if I start doing content like Johnny Somali, it'll be more than just Carlton and Lloyd Sky 9 and, you know what I'm saying, Win, Lose a Rug and DJ Elmo. You know what I'm saying? Black Manta, DSM Sinister. So let's see what Johnny Somali did. But first of all, shout out to my man Jerry Bedford. What's good with it? How many people are familiar with this streamer called N3on? If I'm not mistaken, Grind and Motivate did a stream about, or he did a video about N3on back in the day. This dude named N3on is a kick streamer, and he's gotten arrested in Dubai. Now, what's up with all these people going all to these different countries and getting arrested all over the place? What's up with that? They go all outside the country, all over the place, getting arrested, acting like complete idiots. But here's the interesting thing about it. People claim that they don't like these people. They claim that they don't like these people. Yet, these people got 200,000-300,000 subscribers. You want to know what's so funny? People claim that they don't like Greg Foreman. People claim that they don't like Candace Owens. People claim that they don't like Officer Tatum. Look at all the subscribers that they got. You know, shout out to my man Terrence Jackson. What's good with it, bro? You know what's crazy? People claim that they don't like these people, but they get a lot of promotion through reaction videos. Ain't that interesting? Oh, yeah, N3on got a strange look, bro. He got a strange look. Which one? Who is that? Win, Lose a Rug? Johnny Somali or N3on? I can't stand N3on's smile. Yeah, they starving for attention. And I got to agree. Shout out to Torian. A lot of their subscribers are people born in 2010. Facts. Facts. Now, this idiot right here got arrested in Dubai. Johnny Somali got arrested in Japan, and he got arrested in Israel. How many people heard about that? If y'all heard about that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't, then give me a thumbs down. We're gonna go over this stuff extensively. Kick streamer N3on has been arrested in Dubai. Dextero sources confirm. All right, so this dude is arrested, and I think his girlfriend got arrested too. You like that smile? You like that smile? Look, social media content creators go down
Again!
They keep going down again and
Again!
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, Myron looked like one of them villains. You know what I'm saying? He looked like one of them villains that just loses all the time. And he's just mad. You know what I'm saying? Like Scooby-Doo and them. You know what I'm saying? Scooby-Doo and them solved the mystery. And Myron and them would have got away with it. But if it wasn't for them meddling Alba and preachers.
Again!
If it wasn't for them meddling Abba and preachers, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, look at his face. He looked like he about to come straight out of a genie bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Again!
Oh, man. Oh, man, he looked like he about to come out of a genie bottle and tear somebody up, don't he? You know what I'm saying? So now here it says N3on is a prominent streamer on Kick who's currently at the center of rumors claiming he's been arrested while traveling in Dubai. These allegations state that the broadcaster has been purportedly detained and even sentenced to up to 1 year in prison in the country for illegally filming at a theme park. But what's really going on? So again, no comment. Has N3on been arrested in Dubai? Here's what we know. Nothing has been directly announced by N3on or his girlfriend, Sam Frank, despite claims of an arrest. We can extensively reveal he has indeed been arrested in Dubai, but has yet to be sentenced at the time of the writing, according to Referral Sources. Now, see, here go the thing, right? When you get arrested in these countries like Dubai, when you get arrested in these countries like Dubai, you can mess around and end up doing like 20 years in jail for a parking ticket, which is crazy, which is why I don't understand why a lot of these American live streamers go all over the place just to do ridiculous stuff, act wild in public, and do pranks. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not exactly sure how old N3on is. I'm not sure. The first rumors began circulating social media on Friday, April 12th, after footage from N3on's stream went viral showing the influencer, his girlfriend, and a group of buddies being accompanied by police officers. I understand that it's not official, right? His girlfriend can be heard saying in the footage with the cameraman asking if they were going to jail. She then told one of the officers that the group had received permission to film from guest services before talks of a passport started. So you know what them talks of that passport starting meant. Someone in the group then asked the cameraman to shut off the stream, leaving viewers wondering how things would pan out for the broadcaster. So we're going to take a quick look at this video and see what happens in this video.
Put the camera down. Oh, okay. Oh, it's off. All cameras are off. I just want to let you know we're trying to work with you guys. I'm really sorry.
If we can't film it, it's a problem. We can just leave if that's it. But the people.
Guest services said we're okay. If it's not okay, we can leave. We don't want problems.
Go to the office and after you take it.
Okay.
Give me all your ID.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
I'm so sorry, sir.
So I understand that it's not official, right?
Are we going to jail? Are we going to jail? Bro. Where are we going?
To the office, they said.
Bro.
But we went to guest services. That's where.
Now, here go the thing, right? If they was getting arrested, you would think they would have them in cuffs or have them detained. We haven't seen any of that yet.
Okay, guest services is where we got permission, ma'am. I want to let you know. So anyone who could clear this up is going to be in guest services as well.
Oh, there's a Ripley's Believe It or Not.
They didn't give us anything. They said they were going to send.
That's the camera.
They said they were going to send. They took a picture of my passport, and they said they would send it to the WhatsApp group chat.
Close.
We will go to the office and close it.
Put it down. Just put it down, bro. Put it down. What are you doing, bro? Put it.
Oh man. So now here it says, thus far no other information has publicly been released about the incident, but N3on's girlfriend Sam Frank posted in his community on Twitter X promising to give more details when she's allowed to speak out. I can't speak on anything, but when I can, you guys will be the first to know, she wrote. All right. So then Aiden Ross spoke out on N3on's arrest situation. Now, how many people are familiar with Aiden Ross? Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Win, lose, or rug. Is this what you decide to do in Dubai? Right. They're not gonna put up with this nonsense in another country. They only put up with this nonsense in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Aiden Ross did speak vaguely on the situation on the stream, and he had this to say. The situation with N3on, the only thing I'll say is it's sticky, bro. It's a very sticky situation. He purportedly withheld details, vaguely saying that it's hard right now and telling his chat to pray for N3on. On stream, he added, I'm doing everything I can to try to help, but people around him made it really hard. I'm not going to say who specifically, but you guys can put two and two together. He then stopped talking about it moments later and changed the topic. All right. Now, mind you, I don't know if anybody is familiar, but Aiden Ross and N3on used to be cool Apparently they probably fell out over some nonsense. And imagine this, are supposed to have a quote unquote boxing match to straighten everything out.
I'm going to just say this though. I'm doing everything that I can do to try to help, but people around him made it really hard because there's clips.
Now, let me ask y'all this. Is this Aiden Ross? This is the dude that that clapped Sexy Red's cheeks or no? Shout out to Terrence. Terrence said, isn't Aiden Ross the person who makes people's legal problems worse? Probably. And another YouTube darling that everybody loves. Another YouTube darling that everybody loves.
I'm not going to say specifically who, but you guys can put two and two together. Someone around him mocked them pretty bad to where it's like they fucked it up. I'm not going to lie. Based off what they said. Who cares? I'm going to stop talking about it, but it's...
Torian said, define everybody. The quote-unquote greater YouTube community. The quote-unquote YouTube algorithm.
It's fucked. Bro, citrus. Like, bro, people gotta stop job. Yo, bro.
Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I only know him when I search swatting. It's happened to him a lot. Yeah, you know what's crazy? That kind of stuff, that happens a lot on quote-unquote that side of the algorithm. If you happen to notice. I think Tim Pool got swatted one time. Y'all remember that? If y'all remember Tim Pool getting swatted, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't remember, give me a thumbs down. So yeah, so that's it with that, all right? Your boy N3on arrested in Dubai because he's not the brightest. So we're going to check out this other article that they got on Star about it. All right. And this is my question that I have for y'all. How does YouTube build a channel for somebody? Because I don't know if anybody has seen or anybody's ever observed, but YouTube just builds channels for certain people. And it's just very interesting. It's very interesting. Now, how do these channels get built is the question. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, channels get built based on user engagement, user participation, things like sharing, clicking the like button, chatting, right? Search engine optimization. Do you guys think that that's accurate or no?
The only thing I'll say is sticky, bro. It's a very sticky situation. And I'm not going to speak on it because I don't make things worse. But,
facts.
Pray for N3on, man. He
Super facts.
Prayers. That's all.
If you guys agree with Torian, or I'm not Torian, if you guys agree with Carlton Way, YouTube puts people like this on the homepage. Give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. They flood the homepage with people like this. Flood it. If you just started a Gmail account and you just happen to get on YouTube, as soon as you log in, this will be the first stuff you see. Mr. Beast will be the first stuff you see. SS Sniper Wolf will be the first thing that you see. If you didn't look any further, you might think that was the only stuff on YouTube. Now, here goes my question. Why is that? See, that's what we got to get to the bottom of. If people don't like that stuff, then how does that stuff get out there? The algorithm doesn't pick it for no reason, or does it? The algorithm doesn't pick this stuff for no reason, or does it? So now Aiden Ross is saying that N3on needs prayers. He was swarmed by cops along with girlfriend while filming. Now, we just saw that That didn't look like he got swarmed by cops. You know what I'm saying? So it says Ross, 23, spoke about the supposed arrest during one of his live streams, appearing sympathetic for N3on, who is 19, despite their strained relationship. The only thing I will say is it's sticky, he said. It's a very sticky situation. N3on and Frank traveled to Dubai during Ramadan. However, the trip supposedly went sour, reported Sportskeeda. It's just hard right now, man. People got to stop talking about it, Ross continued. So now here goes my question. I'm not sure if N3on is Muslim or not, but why would you go to Dubai during Ramadan? Yeah, those cops were really polite. shout out to my man Carlton Way. Carlton Way said, I went through about 4 YouTubers to find you, Rob. Dang. See, and this is what I'm saying. So if you guys pay attention, YouTube will put the squeeze on certain channels and it'll let other channels get larger. Even people that sit there and say that they shadow banned all the time, you're not shadow banned, bro. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Professor Days. Johnny Somali had all of Japan on high alert. Facts. And we're going to get into that in a minute. Yeah, they be putting this nonsense on the homepage. You know what I'm saying? So then he goes on to say, I'm not going to speak on it because I know I make things worse. But pray for N3on. Man, he needs some prayers. Later in the stream, Ross appeared to make some cryptic statements about someone close to N3on, quote unquote, trying to sabotage him, but he didn't give any names. I'm just going to say this. I'm doing everything that I can to try to help, said Ross, but people around him made it really hard. I'm not going to say specifically who, but you guys can put 2 and 2 together. So now, you know, when people start talking like that and it's a female involved, you know, he's talking about the girlfriend. More than likely. Would you guys agree? More than likely, he's alluding to the girlfriend. So now here it says, before his supposed arrest, N3on shared several streams of him in Dubai and posted a photo on X, formerly known as Twitter, showing him smiling in front of a cityscape. Ross and N3on used to be good friends. However, their relationship took a nosedive when N3on began spending time with his on-again, off-again girlfriend, Frank. Boom. So there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. So we'll come back to that later. Earlier this year, Ross and N3on started throwing jabs at each other online, so much that fans wanted to see the two duke it out in a boxing ring. Fans wanted to see that. Now, let me ask you guys this. The good fans, the good people in the comment section, you mean the people that love us YouTubers and streamers, they wanted to see these two fight? You would think that they'd want to see those two make up, reunite, become friends again. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people do you, me and TD, right, on Just Talking with TD and Rob, me and TD got, what is it, like 3,013 subs or something like that, 1,330 subs or something like that, and maybe what, like 5% of them come out to watch the streams and watch the videos, you know what I'm saying? How many people out of those people that don't watch are only hanging around to watch and see if we fall out? You know how many people shadow watched and hung around to see if me and Izzy would fall out, just to see that, just to see if me and Izzy would fall out? Most of the people that's watching on YouTube are not watching to see any growth or production in you if you are a streamer. Most people want to see you crash out. Most people want to see your downfall. Most people want to see you say something ridiculous so somebody else can clip it. This is like the new reality TV. Nobody on YouTube is here for anything other than that. Would you guys agree? Maybe out of everybody that's on YouTube, maybe like 5% actually are looking for actual information. And it shows. It's depicted in the numbers. Shout out to my man D-Buck over on Twitch. D-Buck says some call them fans, others call them trolls. Yeah, facts. They subscribe just to see you fall off. Facts. Facts. Now, I need y'all to put in some numbers. Like I said, me and TD, we got 3,130 subs. Give me in percentages. On percentage, How many of those people do y'all think silently only watch the channel just to see, man, they've been cool for 3 years. I know they're gonna fall out at some point. I know they're gonna fall out at some point. How many of y'all think that they be watching, waiting to say that, waiting to see it? You know they do, which is wild. I hate to tell you guys this, but if you're listening and you're watching, go unsubscribe right now, because we're not going to fall out. Go unsubscribe. Go hit the bell icon twice and get off that channel and go watch something else and play your lottery over there, because that's not happening. Ain't gonna be no reactions to none of that, because it's not happening. But it's wild that people just won't admit that. And I gotta agree with Carlton. Carlton said probably a good 15 or 20%. If you guys agree with Carlton about a good 15, 20%, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. I agree. It might even be more. I might even go as far as to say 35 to 50%. They're not watching us to get any information from us. They're not watching to get any life-saving information. Out of the people that watch to get information, I would say that number is probably about 5 to 10%. 5 to 10%. So again, my question for subscribers is, why do y'all subscribe? Shout out to my man Eddie Longs. What's good with it, bro? Does it make sense? It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I got, how many people agree with Professor Days? People aren't interested in their future that much. They're not at all. They're not interested in their future until their future becomes the present. Shout out to the Carlton Way. Carlton Way said the Maury crowd is waiting for the fallout. And the Maury crowd is a lot larger than people want to admit. The Maury crowd is huge. The Maury crowd is huge. Now, you know what I'm saying? If the Maury crowd would take some of those tens of thousands of dollars that they get back in tax returns and invest it in some cryptocurrency, then maybe they, would be able to pay for some of those day classes that they have on the commercials during Maury, right? And not have to sit there and watch Maury. But that would be too much like right. That would require actually burning some calories. And we all know that that's damn near sacrilege. You know what I'm saying? And I got to agree. Shout out to my man D-Buck. D-Buck says, I know for me, I've got mad love for both you and Izzy. Life is too short to hate watch people, at least to me. Facts. I got to agree. Facts. I don't hate watch. I don't hate watch anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that shit. But what I've come to understand about YouTube is that YouTube is a haven not only for mental illness, but it's a haven for where people don't actually have time. So it's almost like YouTube is a broken toilet that people just keep using the bathroom in. Would you guys agree? You ever been to the club or like been to a bar or been to like some like hole in the wall restaurant and the bathroom is broken, but people just keep going in, you know what I'm saying? They just keep peeing and just keep, you know what I'm saying, doing number two. And the bathroom, as soon as you open the bathroom, it smells horrible, smells like the freeway. That's what YouTube is in most parts. The accountability police, you know what I'm saying? The moral grandstanders, they're the same as the very people that they criticize. They're the same. None of these people are honest about anything. They're not even honest about themselves. And people live vicariously through their YouTube and social media gods. The same way people live vicariously through their Bible God. YouTube's not changing the world. Except for contributing to making people dumber. Now, if you ask me, as much talk as there's been about getting rid of TikTok, I'm surprised that a conversation hasn't come up about why YouTube needs to continue to exist. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Professor Days. Professor Days says YouTube is a place to exercise your mental illness and to get a quick dopamine high and leave, and to be gaslit. And to be gaslit. If you need to be gaslit or find an echo chamber, YouTube is the place for you, because there is somebody that is going to be making a video that substantiates whatever nonsense is going on in your pea brain in most cases. Would you guys agree? And I'm not talking about you guys as far as the pea brains go, but y'all know who I'm talking about. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. There's going to be somebody that substantiates it. There's not anybody really trying to sift through facts. There's not anybody really trying to provide any value or any type of information. And you have to travel to the far realms of YouTube to actually find the gold of stuff that you can use in your real life. Shout out to my man, Crew Reality. What's good with it? Man, I'm telling you, bro, they're all the same. The accountability grift is the exact same as the people that they criticize. They'll ignore certain facts. They'll upplay certain things, downplay other things. It's no different. The YouTube moral grandstanding is disgusting, if you ask me. It's disgusting. It's nauseating. YouTube is a place where it's almost like it's trying to normalize snitching or normalize that goody two-shoe behavior. Everybody's goody-goody. I'm going to point out everything that you did wrong. Make it make sense. I'm going to gaslight to make you feel good. Let me ask you guys this. Would people rather feel good based on dopamine, or would people rather feel good based on structural change, is my question. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton says, there are some dark sectors of YouTube where things are very strange. Those content creators are wild. Everyone remembers Frank James, right? Who is Frank James? That was the dude in the subway, right? Was that the dude in New York in the subway, if I'm not mistaken? He said that he watched some interesting content on YouTube. So now here it says Aiden wants to fight. So here we go. We got another challenge to the fight. Yeah, right. Run it. Anytime, any place. Wherever the F please, N3on said in a clip in February. This prompted Ross to call N3on during one of his streams to set up the match, with him saying, quote unquote, I'm going to hurt him. Now, mind you, that's a direct threat, right? But yet and still, they're allowed to keep their YouTube pages. No shadow ban, no nothing. No shadow ban, no nothing. Make it make sense. The U.S. Sun has reached out to N3on's reps for comments. I guarantee you they haven't reached out back. All right. So why does YouTube love these kind of people so much is the question. We're gonna find out who N3on is. This dude with this strange smile. This dude with this strange smile. His name is N3on Lights. Who is streamer N3on? After news of his alleged arrest in Dubai broke, many want to know who N3on is. So that's him right there. Now, they say that he's 19. I'm not trying to be funny, but homeboy really looks like he needs a good school psychologist. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, homeboy needs a good school psychologist, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. But he's got a girlfriend. N3on has over 800,000 subs on YouTube. Everybody put some hands clapping in the chat. Congratulations, N3on. 800,000. Congratulations to the greater YouTube community for providing him 800,000 subscribers to sit there and complain about all of the things that he do while funding his activity. The sadomasochism is real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? N3on is the username of a popular streamer, influencer, and YouTuber who has over 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. 800,000 subscribers. I'll be lucky if I ever get 8,000 subscribers. I'll be lucky if I ever get 8,000. Maybe by the time I'm 50 or 60, I will. N3on, whose real name is Rangish Matama, joined YouTube on May 6th of 2016 and has amassed over 224 million views across over 1,000 videos. Now, I guarantee you there has not, out of all those 1,000 videos, there hasn't been one thing beneficial to human beings published on any of those videos. But look at all of the people that watch the stuff. Look at all of the people that watch the stuff. N3on began gaining popularity with Fortnite videos on YouTube before doing vlog-style video streams on Kick, where he has over 288,000 followers. Why was N3on banned from Kick? Not after, him and Aiden Ross were about to fight or anything. On March 13th of 2024, N3on's fans noticed that his Kick profile was no longer accessible. It was later revealed that he had been hit with a sudden ban. All right. The ban came after N3on allegedly threatened a minor on the stream, according to Distractify. So again, you got more violence. He's threatening minors. Lost his account. Gotta agree with Carlton Way. YouTube gave him a boost. Facts. YouTube gives many people boosts. Some boosts larger than others. The people that don't get the big boosts are not very grateful for the boost that they do get. Because I guess you're not supposed to be grateful for a boost. You know what I'm saying? Kick did not specify why the ban took place, but N3on's account was reinstated 2 days later. N3on himself did not confirm the reason for the ban, but he did post an apology video on his YouTube channel. He said, "I understand why I got banned, and I understand the reasoning for it, but I want to say that I'm really sorry." You know what's crazy? Reacts got demonetized. I've never threatened anybody on YouTube ever. That's interesting. But you know what's so crazy? Reacts is so insignificant. It doesn't matter if that's my case or not. So when you're insignificant, you're subject to the devices of the people that are significant. That's the way that the cookie crumbles. And the thing that's interesting is, even though the cookie has crumbled into smaller pieces, people have a really hard time swallowing that, like TD Jakes. They have a hard time swallowing that, like TD Jakes. You know what I'm saying? So now here goes the backstory of what happened between N3on and Aiden Ross. While N3on and fellow streamer Aiden Ross were once friends, their relationship has taken a turn for the worse. After weeks of criticizing and insulting each other on social media, remember, this is stuff that never happens because people always say, well, you don't ever see these other content creators fighting each other. These are people that got over 500,000 and 600,000 subs on YouTube, and people are sitting up there saying that only we fight each other on YouTube. How many times have you guys heard, well, we just got to be at each other all the time. We the only people that fight. We the only people that fight. How many times have you all heard that crap? If you guys have heard that crap multiple times, give me a thumbs up. If you guys haven't heard that crap, then give me a thumbs down. Let me ask you guys this. Why do people say that? How many times have I showed you guys videos and evidence of other people going around fighting on YouTube? But it's the quote unquote fist pumping people that'll let you know that you ain't black enough in a heartbeat, that'll tell you that we're the only people that fight. And then they'll tell you, don't pay attention to what anybody else is doing, to keep you from realizing that everybody else is out here doing the same thing. Well, you don't need to pay attention to that. You need to pay attention to what I'm telling you, because I'm God. Spoiler alert, there is no God. Anywhere, including on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, while N3on and fellow streamer Aiden Ross were once friends, their relationship has taken a turn for the worse. After weeks of criticizing and insulting each other on social media, both streamers have expressed interest in settling their issues in a boxing ring. Now, let me ask you guys this. How do you settle issues in a boxing ring? Yeah, she did. She did. I did a video about that nobody watched. Because why would they watch it? You know what I'm saying? It's not our issue. You know what I'm saying? Despite the fact that how many people talk about modern women all the time, and Sniper Wolf's a modern woman. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Professor Days. Professor Days said, I started calling those people the Only Us crew. We should all make Only Us accounts. You think it'd hit like the OnlyFans account? Let me know. Let me know. The plans for a boxing match began in February of 2024 when N3on said he would fight Ross in a stream. Aiden wants to fight. Yeah, right. Run it anytime, any place, wherever the F please. Ross then called N3on on the stream to arrange the event and said, I'm going to hurt him, right? Clearly a threat. But mind you, all of these guys still got their accounts. Now, here go the question. How is it that they still got their accounts? How do they still have their accounts? Yeah, we need to make it only us. Only us. Only us. And the only thing that we'll listen to is us. Because why would we need to listen to anything else? You know what I'm saying? Look at how productive that's been so far. However, as of April 2024, a boxing match between the two has not taken place, and there have been no confirmed plans for one another, or for one either. All right. So there's no confirmed plans of this. All right. So again, these dudes failing all over the place. You got Fresh and Fit out here getting people pregnant. You got your boy N3on getting arrested in Dubai. Now we're about to talk about your boy Johnny Somali. All right. I haven't seen very many people talk about Johnny Somali on YouTube. Some people talk about him. Not very many, though, at least that I've seen. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is another one that KO Kid Fit was talking about. Now, Johnny Somali has a rap sheet, right? But people love Johnny Somali. Now, let me ask you guys this. What is it that people love about Johnny Somali? What is it that brings people back to a Johnny Somali content drop? Is it the wealth of knowledge and information and wisdom that you get from watching one of these videos? Or is it simply taking joy in watching somebody that's obviously mentally ill go on a crash out so you can sit there for your own entertainment and enjoy the crash out? Because that's what people do on YouTube, Twitter, Rumble, all these social media platforms. People are just there for the theatrics, for the narratives. They want to be on a team. I'm going to be on Team Fresh and Fit. I'm going to be on Team Anti-Manosphere. I'm going to be on Team Man. I'm going to be on Team Woman. Nobody wants to get to the bottom of anything. Nobody wants to make any actual changes. Nobody wants to actually grind. Everybody wants to talk about these experiences that they claim to have that they don't have. Why is that? Why is that such a lucrative business? You got content creators that'll sit up there screaming and yelling at you to send a super chat, send a Cash App, and people actually do it and go back and fill those people's chats up. People like abuse. They like abuse. And they like abuse from the people that they want it from because they're sadomasochists. Now, you guys think that anybody would take any abuse from me? I'm sure I could probably train people to take abuse from me. But I ain't built like that. That's not what I'm here for. And what I'm starting to realize in my YouTube journey is that there is not a place for somebody like me on YouTube. There's not a place. And that's okay. Because YouTube is a actual hypocritical realm where people do not want any of what they whine about all day long. Numbers do not lie. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that if you guys think that numbers lie, give me a thumbs up. If y'all think that they do lie, if you think that numbers lie, give me a thumbs up. If you think that they don't lie, give me a thumbs down. I don't think numbers lie. I think that the numbers are very accurate. But there's just some numbers that I don't understand. Some numbers that I just don't quite understand. That don't mean that they're accurate. That means that that's my limitation. I just don't understand them yet. And I got to agree. Shout out to Professor Days. Numbers don't lie. People do. Facts. Facts. And that's facts, unless the numbers are manipulated. Facts. Oh, but people will lie right to your face. They will lie. Yeah. Yeah, the white man's numbers lie. You understand me? But remember, math came out of Africa. That type shit. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of coming out of Africa, so did your boy Johnny Somali. His name is Ramzi Khalid Ismail, and he was born on September 26th of 2000. Popularly known by his alias, Johnny Somali. And they claim that he's a Somali American live streamer. Ismail was born in Phoenix, Arizona, to a Somali father and an Oromo mother. Ismail's paternal grandfather is former vice president of Puntland and General Abdisamad Ali Shire. Ismail claims to have been a Somali child soldier, though these claims are unverified. He grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona, and graduated from Arizona State University with a Bachelor in Science degree in finance in May of 2021. So this dude comes from a pretty well-to-do family, way better to do than mine. And he's out here making wild videos on YouTube for millions of people to watch. For millions of people to watch. Ismail mostly streams himself on video streaming platforms such as YouTube and Kick as a tourist traveling to different countries, in particular Japan, Thailand, and Israel. He began streaming in May of 2023. After being banned from Twitch, he moved to Kick before receiving temporary suspensions from Kick. So let me ask you guys this. What makes these people that get banned from platform to platform be able to just rebound and become and get all their following back so quickly? Shout out to my man Black Free Thinker that's been a member for 7 months. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some flames some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat. Also, if you guys haven't smashed the like button yet, please take a moment, smash the like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys take a moment, hit the bell, and share the stream to your social media. Man, he could have been an accountant, but chose internet stardom. Now, here goes my question: Who put a gun to his head and made him do that? He could have been an accountant. He could have been a certified fraud examiner. He could have been a certified financial engineer. But instead, he decides to put the camera on himself and act like he has no brain inside of his head. Who put a gun to his head and made him do that? Or do you guys think that in his financial genius, he figured that acting a fool is in higher demand than a professional career because there's so many degenerate people who are looking for self-fulfilling entertainment? Because there's a lot. Oh, there's a lot of those. Wouldn't you guys say that there's a lot of those? There's a lot of those. And you know what's crazy about it? They won't admit it. They won't admit it. And I think that that's the most cowardice of all. During his travels to Japan, Ismail made anti-Japanese taunts toward the Japanese people there, which include comments about the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and threats of bombing Japan with nuclear weapons while he was on a train. Several times after these comments, he was assaulted and called racial slurs by locals who recognized him in public. So now here goes my question. Why is he doing that? Now, shout out to The Deep. The Deep said that he saw others doing it and saw how easy it was. Now, here go my question. Who did he see doing it? What others? Who did he see? It's if you ask me, it's the entire YouTube economy. It's the entire YouTube economy. And I'm gonna prove it. And I'm telling you, people are not gonna like those streams. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to The Deep. The Deep said when he first started out, he had like 10 viewers, but bad news travels fast and forward to now, and this is what we got. Yeah, I agree. Facts. Now, The Deep says he's getting slaps on the hand and he's going to keep doing it until he ends up in a situation. Now, here goes my question. Is anybody familiar with the situation that he's currently in? Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way says, what's sad is that a FBA will get blamed for this dude's actions. I think that that's interesting. I think that that's interesting. That could be a possibility, you know what I'm saying, here in the United States. But what I think that for whatever reason people don't want to accept is that most non-black people are racist. So when they see black people, they're immediately looking for a stereotype. When they see other groups of people, they're immediately looking to substantiate how great these other groups of people are. So, you know, this is a Somalian dude, and he's in Japan, but they're calling him racial slurs. They're not calling him no FBA slurs. They're not calling him a Sambo, who's actually a foundational Black American from the Uncle Tom's Cabin novel. You know what I'm saying? They're not calling him a coon, which is actually a term derived from people who would be traitors during slave revolts, which would ultimately be pre-foundational Black Americans. They're calling him racial slurs. You know, like a coon or a Sambo, that would be an ethnic term. If we're going to say that FBA is an ethnicity, right? But they called him racial slur. in Japan. Now, what I do think, and you're gonna see this later on, is that people like Johnny Somali, they will go and do all of these extreme acts, and then they'll turn around and try to hide under being an American or under being a Black American. And you're gonna see Johnny Somali do that later on in the video. You know what I'm saying? Which I find interesting. But my question is, what were those Japanese people calling him? Yeah, and that's facts. They even got books about it. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says Somali isn't Black. Their words. Their words. Same with Ethiopians. Their words as well. Like I said, I actually did a video about it, another one that nobody watched, about the Somalian book. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says in June of 2023, Ismail went to the Tokyo Disney Resort and played music with lyrics containing the phrase atomic bomb and recorded guest reactions without their permission. So now here's my question. Why is this guy doing this? Why is this dude doing this? Now, let me ask you guys this. How many people have ever seen any YouTube content creators react to this guy's video? There's a content creator that we're going to talk about later on in the stream. Yeah, facts. Shout out to my man, Win, Lose a Rug. Make sure y'all show Win, Lose a Rug some love. Throw some flames, radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat for my man, Win, Lose a Rug. Make sure y'all show him some love because we got a super chat.
Again!
Oh, man. We need to get some super chats.
Again!
Oh, man. That again is hilarious, man. Yeah, I got to agree with Crew Reality. Crew Reality says he has no concern for his well-being and he has a great dislike for himself. That's facts. Now, Win Loser Rug said, bro, he was in Israel calling another Black man the hard ER. Facts. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but there's been these Twitter spaces and streams and stuff like that. That's one thing. It seems like, I don't know why, I don't really sit up there and pay attention to this stuff, but it seems like a lot of like Somalian people do that for some reason. And it's just very interesting because I don't know if they got the memo or not, but that's what people are calling them too. You know what I'm saying? That's what people are calling them too. It's just always weird when you hear stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're one of those off code brothers like me or Carlton, you know what I'm saying? if you want them off code brothers like me, Carlton, or Win Lose a Rug, it's always weird when you hear people say stuff like that. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Huh. Okay. Now, shout out to Patrick. Patrick says they were already attaching it to Black Americans. Now, mind you, right, one of the reasons why they might attach it to Black Americans is because when he was getting arrested, he was screaming, I'm an American. I'm an American. Oh, you're not a Somalian now? Your name is Johnny Somali, bro. Which one? What are we doing here? But what's important is that people should pay attention to what people say in the comment sections of these videos. But see, people get told none of this has to do with you. So don't watch these videos. You watch what I tell you to watch. A lot of times, I don't even watch the video. I might watch the video halfway through, but I read the comments. Because the content creator is making the video for the comment section. See, nobody would ever know what I talk about on my videos because I rarely get comments. So, you know what I'm saying? We fly under the radar over here. You know what I'm saying? But if you go and look at some of those other videos where people actually leave comments after the videos, you kind of tell exactly who they're placating towards. And what's interesting about it, let me ask y'all this question. When it comes to people outside of Black people, I hear them use racial slurs more so than ethnic slurs when it comes to talking about Black people, because if we believe what we say we believe, that we're just all one big N-word, then it would not be in those people outside of us who are making the critiques to delineate. It's only in our benefit to delineate for certain things like reparations. It shouldn't be for division, right? It should be for reparations. But when y'all saw the comment section in any of these people's videos, like Decoy Voice or anything like that, did y'all see any of those white people or any of those Asian people calling him a coon or a Sambo or anything like that? Or did you see them basically just trashing black people? There's a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta agree with the Deep. The Israelis don't play, and we're gonna show that. That's why as soon as he got checked by those Israeli police officers, the first thing he started screaming was, "I'm an American, I'm an American." Nah, I didn't see the comments on Twitter because I don't really be on Twitter too much. It'd be too much stupid stuff going on Twitter, man. You know what I'm saying? I already got enough stress going on in my life. I don't really be trying to get stressed out by reading a bunch of stupid stuff on Twitter. But I watched some of the videos on YouTube, and I saw some of the comments on YouTube, and I said, "Oh, well, it's just like Myron." You know, when it came to Myron and Daisy, black men got Daisy pregnant. She took loads from all of us. Now, mind you, I didn't say this, right? This is what the people on YouTube are saying. This is what the people on Twitter are saying. This is what the people on TikTok are saying. But I'm gonna start using that tactic though. On YouTube, all of these times when something happens, black men got Daisy pregnant. Next time somebody asks to, show me the repertoire, all these people that you've been with. Everybody that they say that black men have done, I'm about to pull out the billfold of that of those pictures and be like, yeah, this is my repertoire. So you know what I'm saying? You got to at least look as decent as one of these people. Because YouTube said we did it. YouTube said we did it. You know what I'm saying? So make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Facts. That's what they just said. Shout out to the Deep. It was a slew of Asians calling him all sorts of slurs. Facts. Now, mind you, right now, not defending him being called slurs, but here goes my question. Why is he doing what he's doing? Who told him to go over there and conduct himself that way? Right. Exactly what Carlton said. If y'all agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. So now, again, who put a gun to Johnny Somali's head and said, go over there and act like that? Why is he doing that? And also, real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If y'all haven't smashed that like button yet, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, take a moment, hit the bell, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. In August of 2023, Ismail, who was masked, and Jeremiah Dwayne Branch, who was recording him, went into a hotel construction site in Osaka, where he then yelled Fukushima at the construction workers. I mean, again, why? Why? Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. You guys see my live chat? This is why I don't get more than 100 people in my live chat, because I don't do stuff like this. So, when people always be like, yo, Rob, like, I rock with your streams, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like your content. I just don't understand why your channel doesn't grow. This is why my channel doesn't grow. For one, my channel doesn't grow because I'm not in the business of gaslighting. And for two, my channel doesn't grow because I'm not about to do something crazy like that. But somebody will sit there and criticize my content and tell me everything about myself. I don't cuss the audience out, demand money from y'all, but people will hit that bell icon twice to unsubscribe more than they hit it to subscribe. And I'm the cat that tells people, hey, if you are nice enough to send me a Cash App, put 10% of it that you plan on sending aside for yourself in Bitcoin. This is what I'm saying. People don't want to be nurtured. This is what Agent Smith was trying to get through Morpheus's thick head in the Matrix. Agent Smith was right. People do not want peace. People do not want happiness. People do not want production. People do not want heaven. People want hell on earth. But they won't admit it. Remember? He said, we tried to create a human utopia and we lost thousands of crops. The humans kept rejecting the software. You remember that? He was right. He was absolutely right. And people cannot look themselves in the mirror. That's why when Neo put his hand on that mirror, he got stuck in it. This is the stuff that people want to see. What if you had a channel on YouTube that was only about breaking good news? You think anybody would watch it? I can tell you the answer for that. Long time ago, there was a channel called TD News Network. You ever heard of it? How many people ever heard of the channel called TD News Network? It's still around. And it was all about good news. Guess what happened? Take a wild guess. Guess what happened? I'll give you a hint. Nothing. That's what happened. And now it doesn't get uploaded on anymore. That's what happened. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that people want to look into a mirror and see a rose instead of looking into a mirror and seeing a cicada? People always talk about all of this brainwashing and, oh, you know, the brains have already been washed. There is no more brainwashing. The brain has already been washed. People are now just going through the motions on autopilot. And people think that they have control. I don't know what they think they have control over, but people think that they have control. There is no control. There is no control. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, after the construction worker kicked them out, they were both arrested on suspicion of trespassing. In September, they were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy of obstruction of business when they disrupted a restaurant by playing extremely loud noises and music during business hours. So again, why does this individual keep doing this? Why is he doing these things? Why is he involved in this kind of behavior? Make it make sense. See, we got to get to the root of the problem of what creates somebody like this and empowers them to make these type of moves and do this type of stuff. On December 19th of 2023, Ismail, who had been in custody since his second arrest, appeared at the Osaka District Court of the charge of conspiracy obstruction of business. The charge of trespassing on a construction site was dropped. Prosecutors requested a fine of 200,000 yen. Ismail later admitted to lying in court to the judge and prosecutor, claiming that he made no money from his videos. A verdict of guilt was reached on January 10th of 2024. He was fined 200,000 yen, which is the equivalent of $1,400, and voluntarily returned to the United States. In March of 2024, Ismail stopped doing IRL streaming and instead opted for Zoom trolling, mostly targeting Zoom calls involving Japanese people. So again, I keep asking this question about why is this dude doing this? Why is this dude doing this? Somebody make this make sense. So now down here, they go into talking about the Israeli incidents, right? But we're going to look at a couple videos about the Israeli incidents. And then if we have some time, we're going to go over some articles about the Israeli incidents. So I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this YouTuber named Decoy Voice, but this is a video from Decoy Voice. All right. And what I would encourage people to do is I would encourage people to go to Decoy Voice's channel and look at the comment section in the channel and see what they say in the comment section. See what they say in the comment section. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What do you all think that they said in the comment section? What do you guys think that they said?
Look. Oh my.
Is that police?
Yes. Hey, Johnny, it's Decoy. You know what? Totally disregard that last voicemail because you obviously have your hands tied. Good luck.
Right. They lump all of us together. They're dissing black people all together, not just him. Now, mind you, he's part of those black people that doesn't believe that he's black. He's one of those black people that doesn't believe that he's black. But that's sure they'll let him know if he reads those comment sections. Now, and they're not drawing any lines about that, are they? You could be from anywhere. From the United States, you could be from the UK, you could be from Africa. That's what they're saying. Exactly. You can look at that dude and tell he's not black, but they don't care. They don't care. That's interesting. Patrick Taylor says, sounds like he's put up to it. These are two groups that the media and WS has been trying to say FBA are racist against. I believe FBA won't engage in this, so they get them. So my question is, who would we suspect is paying his paycheck? Because he is getting banned and demonetized on these platforms. So where's he getting the money from? Let's take a look. Let's listen to what Decoy Voice has to say about this.
I never really liked being the I told you so guy, but I don't think I've ever seen someone speedrun finding out faster than this not Somalian kid, because I think I was actually recording.
Right. Now, see, facts. You see that? Shout out to the Deep. The Deep says, to be honest, if you watch the Johnny vids, you can see he's got his W handler with him at all times. Facts. He got his W handler with him at all times. So now here goes my question. Where's the YouTube investigative content on who this dude's W handler is so he can get exposed? Now, here goes the even better question. What is the realistic probability of somebody actually doing a video, doing that research, and then the other possibility of people actually being interested in it? Because who's going to watch that? Don't count on anybody seeing it if I do it. A lot of people like to get their information from people that they like or that they're comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? I got 5,100 subs, with a large percentage of those subs being hate watchers for whatever reason. I don't know. And I guarantee you, I guarantee. Never mind. Carlton know what I was about to say.
Recording my reaction to his little Discord tantrum while he was currently or just being released from being arrested. And sadly, although it's the thumbnail and the lead of the story, his run-in with the local authorities.
Nah, it wouldn't come up in the algorithm at all. It wouldn't come up in the algorithm at all. Facts, Deep. And the reason why it wouldn't come up in the algorithm is because people make things appear in the algorithm or not. And they know that they do. Everything that we see is a result of something that we influenced. Now, what that influence is, whether it be negligible, whether it be a lot, there's an influence that's still there. Right. Facts, win, lose, or rug. It's all good until you make the call to action. Facts. Or you will make a call to action and then people will sit there and act like they didn't hear that you made a call to action. As much as, shout out to Carlton. Now, I know Carlton knows about this. As much as people sit there and complain about the Congressional Black Caucus, 3 years ago, I made a video that shows exactly how to get rid of the Congressional Black Caucus and create a new caucus. Take a wild guess how many views that video got. Here's a hint. It didn't get anywhere near as many views as all of the clips that I've been dropping about Fresh and Fit from the streams that I did on Fresh and Fit. The Deep said 18 and a half. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. You know what I'm saying?
Is actually the least of his worries right now, as just as the decoy prophecy foretold, if he doesn't stop, something is going to stop him. Now, I believe the order of events last night were he randomly encountered a protest in the street. When the police were involved, he began to antagonize them for his supposed content.
Oh my God, we crashing out.
But then begins to heckle this female.
So now, why, again, my question is, who's putting a gun to this dude's head and making him act like this? Patrick Taylor says anti-Black American hate is real, that you can literally be on X and a vid is posted of some other group doing effed up stuff and you read the comments and somehow we are dragged into it or the person is called Black. Now, here goes my question. Do you think that the people dragging Black people care about delineation? That's my question for you. And that's the question for everybody in the room. If there's a white person that's making a comment trying to put out the message about Black people, do you guys think that they care? That's the same way that if we're trying to make a point about something that some white people did, if they happen to be Russian, we're going to say, look what this white person did. And then all the white people, they're not going to say, well, that's a Russian. That's not a white American. The point is that the people that are trying to push these narratives, they're pushing the narratives on the entire race because they're racists, not ethnicists. When they sit, you guys ever notice? Now, they do delineate a lot, right? They do. I don't think they get their credit for the delineation that they do. One thing that white people like to say a lot of is, well, if you look at Democrat-run cities, they're just like African countries. So they're delineating. That's a delineation, isn't it? Because we're clearly talking about American cities where there's a lot of foundational Black Americans at, and they're making a comparison that those cities are in the conditions of African countries. Right? Like let's just we've heard that before, right? Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, they'll make anybody that they want to into a black person. Look at what they did with Obama. They'll make Obama into a black person. They'll make Kamala Harris into a black person. They made Colin Powell into a black person. Like, seriously? Yeah, that's facts. Patrick Taylor says, wait, Rob, and you're right. But when I say other group, I mean literally a non-black, like an Indian, Arab, or Latino. Facts. And they do that. They absolutely do that all the time. And one of the reasons why they're able to do that is because a lot of those people pretend. There's that Indian guy that wrote that book about going to medical school, faking like he was a black dude, talking about Arabs. I mean, we just talked about Myron Gaines. He's cosplaying. He even glued on some fake waves onto his head. You know what I'm saying? This happens all the time. So now when these people are being racist, it's the race that they care about. They want to try to devalue black people so they can just pillage Africa. You know what I'm saying? They want to devalue black people so they can just get away from all of their oppressive history here in the United States. Oh, yeah, you know Myron got them fake waves, bro. You know Myron got that hairpiece. That's why Abba called him the hair implant man. And he thought he was going to get away with it, but he got exposed for having a hairpiece.
Again!
Oh, man. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine how he'd be flipping out when he was brushing his hair and that thing slide right off his head? He's like, again! Oh man, the whole hairpiece in the bathroom sink. I gotta go get more glue.
Again!
Oh man. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade says the lower level WS doesn't delineate black people. The Jared Taylor type WS delineates, though. He brags about Nigerians being much smarter than FBA. Yeah, and the only reason why he does that is because he he knows that what's interesting about that is that a lot of influential people, interestingly enough, mirror and repeat WS talking points, which is extremely odd to me because you don't ever see white supremacists mirroring or repeating pro-black talking points, but you see a lot of quote unquote whatever you want to call them repeating WS talking points or using WS methodology and then trying to distance themselves from that as if that's not what they're doing, as if we all can't see it. Hey, look, we got a super chat.
Again!
Oh man, shout out to my man Patrick Taylor. Patrick Taylor said, not he got a hair unit. Oh yeah, bro, Myron got a hair unit. He definitely got a hair unit. Yeah, definitely. Facts. Shout out to the Deep. He got to pat that bad boy and scratch it like a weave, and I guarantee you sometimes it comes off. He probably got to put new glue on it every night before he goes to sleep, to be honest.
Oh my God, we crashing out.
But then
look, let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all will go to Israel and do this? First of all, I mean, probably not too many of y'all will go to Israel at all. But how many of y'all would go to Israel and do this?
Something is going to stop him. Now, I believe the order of events last night were he randomly encountered a protest in the street. When the police were involved, he began to antagonize them for his supposed content.
Oh my God, we crashing out.
But then begins to heckle this female copper.
You a bad, I swear to God. You a bad, that's how you get the dinner. I swear to God, I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby. Baby, I'll change your life.
Why? 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 Now, here go my question. Where's all the roasts of this at? Like, this dude needs to sit himself down and shut up. This dude is a complete idiot. I don't like people that try to put themselves into manufactured stereotypes to try to go all over the place and make us look bad. And that's exactly what this dude right here is doing. But a lot of people ain't really saying too much about it. They silent. Why you think they silent? Oh, because we don't even know who he is. Why don't we know who he is? Because you listen to what I tell you to listen to. That's why. Now listen, now keep watching.
Then begins to heckle this female copper.
You a bad. I swear to God. You a bad. I'll take you to dinner. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby. Baby, I'll change your life. I promise you. You a bad right here.
Which goes very badly for him.
I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk.
Now, did you hear him? I'm American. I'm American. Do you hear him? Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. That's Israel, man. They don't care if you're American or not, and they definitely don't care if you're black or not. And if they do something to you over in Israel, you think anybody in America is gonna stop them? Like America has ever had Israel under control. That's a joke. The only thing that America controls as far as Israel goes is how many billions of dollars we shell out to them every year. That's it. Aside from that, the United States don't have no control over Israel. But when things get rough, I'm American, like that's going to save you. Yeah, now, the accountability, the accountability police. The accountability police missed one.
Again!
Win Loser Rug said, facts. I have not seen anyone hold this dude accountable or tell this fool to man up. Not no one. Not one Abba and Preach video on this. Not one playback video on this. Not one Night Talk video on this. I wonder why.
Which goes very badly for him.
I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk.
As another angle shows him being carried away.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys show some love to my man, Jerry Bedford, because y'all already know.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
We not exactly the March of Dimes. Make sure y'all show Jerry Bedford some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emojis, some ducks in the chat from my man, Jerry Bedford. He says, is he serious? Boy, he playing a dangerous game. Bro, a very dangerous game. A very, 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 very dangerous game. Very dangerous game. I'm not trying to be funny, man, but I mean, like, he ain't even looking out for his own well-being. He's not even looking out for his own well-being, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could seriously get hurt. And I don't think he even cares. It's all about the attention and the adrenaline rush for him. Which is ridiculous because nothing is worth that. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have not smashed the like button yet, we got 33 people watching and we got 23 likes. If we could get the likes up to 50, that'd be great.
Away like a wee little lad. And being stuffed into a bus, all while crying about being an American again.
It's my stuff. Don't steal my stuff.
See, he was crying about being an American. Now, let me ask y'all this. Why was this dude, whose name is Johnny Somali, crying about being an American? Right. Carlton said these people are about to start World War III, and this dude playing. Facts. You see, they didn't care about no protocols. They didn't care about nothing. They didn't care about no Miranda rights. They just went over to him, smacked him up. Carried him out like a casket.
What do you do? I'm from America. I'm in the sidewalk. What did I do?
Give me passport.
I will, but calm down. You're recording right now on camera.
Passport.
I'm dealing with police brutality. What the?
Police brutality. Police brutality. Now, again, my question for everybody is, why is he over there conducting himself like this? Why is he acting like that? Why is he behaving like this? Where did he get the idea that this is normal or okay? Here's an even better question. Why is he still able to stream? Why is he still able to make content? Yeah, I got to agree. If you guys agree with Terrence saying that he was Somali wasn't going to work, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Why is this dude still allowed to make content?
Well, I'm from America. You can't arrest me anyway.
Now, he luckily is released from custody, but immediately begins calling them homophobic slurs.
What the type of bull is that?
So again, as soon as he's released, you guys see what he does? Right, and I gotta agree. Shout out to Patrick. Patrick says this is BS. This seems staged. But now here's my question: who made the conscious decision to participate in the staging? That's my question. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said he went from Johnny Somali to Johnny Jenkins. I'm an American, bro. Facts. You ain't never lied. He went from Johnny Somali to Johnny Johnston. Oh man. Like, who wakes up in the morning and decides this is what I'm gonna do for the day? Now, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said he sounds entitled. I bet he was spoiled growing up and probably said all type of anti-black stuff. Facts. Now, he grew up in Glendale, Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Glendale, Arizona is a very well-to-do place. You know what I'm saying? Very well-to-do place. Very, very right-leaning place. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice area. You know what I'm saying?
Now, he luckily is released from custody, but immediately begins calling them homophobic slurs.
What the type of bull is that? You police. You think I'm scared of these motherfuckers? You.
And I swear if this was on old school cable television, his show...
I ain't mad at it, Deep. I ain't mad at it.
synopsis for the pathetic pirate would be: little dude runs around bothering adults, gets scared when he's finding out, but then acts brave, shouting slurs as he flees, while his fans laugh at his funless behavior.
Exactly.
With episodes like...
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying, Patrick. Facts. Why is he still able to stream? Why does he still have a channel? So you got to ask, going back to what Patrick said, who all is behind this? Because if this was anybody else, like I said, we never did anything like this, anything close to this on Reacts. And the Reacts channel got axed. You guys see how they shadow banned my channel. I never get any growth, never get any improvement on numbers in the stream, none of that. And if I do, they make sure to squeeze my channel down until they squeeze it back to where there's not anybody in watching. And again, I don't do any of this kind of stuff. But for whatever reason, somebody like a Johnny Somali is able to do this nonstop without a consequence. Make it make sense.
Live streaming until you die streaming. And that description is equal parts sad and accurate, because every movie genre, TV show, or even YouTube niche has a specific formula that they loosely follow, including mine. But after I've covered his nonsense on 7 videos getting 8 million views, it's basically the same story on repeat. And the worst part about it, the damage he receives from each instance gets progressively worse every episode. But unlike movie, TV...
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, Carlton. Now, Fresh and Fit, you know, they for one, they did their thing on another platform, right? And they haven't done anything like what Johnny Somali has done, and they got demonetized. But you know what's interesting about the whole Fresh and Fit situation? This is how dumb Fresh and Fit are. You got Just Pearly Things, you got the Whatever podcast, you got Myron, who claims to be black, and Fresh, who's obviously black. They're the only ones with that style of podcast that lost their monetization on YouTube after bringing YouTube in all of those millions of dollars, and they still don't get it. No such thing as racism. Whatever podcast still has their podcast. Zerka still has his channel. Rolo Tomasi still has his channel. All the guys that Fresh and Fit associate with, they still have their channels. They're the only ones that don't have monetization on their channel anymore after building the blueprint for the successful podcast model. And they still don't get it. They still don't get it. Why do you think that they don't get it? What do you guys think? What's the reason that they don't get it? Now, but here's the thing, right? Whatever podcast is bigger than them. Just Pearly Things is bigger than them. How long do you think that it takes, like, if you deny that you're black or you think that you're special somehow, that you actually stop believing that you're black? I think that's what happened to Fresh and Fit. I think that's what happened to Fresh and Fit. Because literally none of the other people that they associate with who say the exact same things as them, they all still have their channels. Make it make sense. Now, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says, because the white manosphere is an alt-right pipeline. Honestly, if you ask me, I think that the manosphere in general, in most cases, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a quote-unquote alt-right pipeline, but I think that that it could definitely segue an alt-right leaning ideology. That could happen, because I know people in the manosphere, and a lot of the people that I know in the manosphere, I wouldn't consider them alt-right, but there are some in there that are extreme. Shout out to my man TD. TD said, did N3on get locked up in Dubai for a 1-year sentence? Yes, sir. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We just know that he got carried up, that they got escorted out by the police, and nothing else has been said. But people think that it's going to be a 1-year sentence. And shout out to my man DeAndre. What's good with it? Patrick says, nah, Rob, they know they just got a large white audience, and these immigrants know to deny racism means easy access and revenue for them. Until it's something that affects them directly. Because I remember there was an episode where Myron was like, well, you know, there's a chick, and then you know, she's saying this. Now, if you watch Fresh and Fit's coverage of the Jonathan Major situation, Fresh and Fit, they bring race into it, and they say that this happened to Jonathan Major because he was a black guy and it was a white woman. Fresh and Fit said that. Myron and Fresh said that. They both said that. You can go look on that stream. Which is hilarious, because in their simple minds, they're sitting up there thinking, oh, we're all in it together as men. And their audience is like, you're guilty because you're black. You know what I'm saying? TD said, what type of access? Interracial sexual access? What's old boy? What's that dude name from that one show? TJ. Oh yeah, that TJ Holmes access. that TJ Holmes access. You know what I'm saying? That access Hollywood pass. So let's see what else Decoy Voice talking about.
TV, or even social media stars, I have yet to see this financially pay off for him, as after his arrest, he was ecstatic about the content he just created.
Bro, those guys, show them how they carried me. They carried me like a child. Like 4 cops grabbed me and carried me like a child.
Like, bro, this dude, bro, you don't even know. He could have, like, Johnny Somali is so detached from reality. He's getting a rush off of this content that he just created. They could have literally just took him out right then, and it would have been all right. Yeah, and I gotta agree. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said they keep falling for the "we're all in this together as men." Yeah, facts. We're all in this together as men while trying to make be on the team of the very people that they say took them out of the household. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the beginning of this video, TD? What's this? 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Look at watch the beginning of this. Watch this.
Look. Oh my.
Is that police?
Yes. Hey,
Johnny, it's Decoy.
you know what? Totally disregard that last voicemail because you obviously have your hands tied. Good luck.
I never really liked being the "I told you so" guy, but I don't think
I'm gonna run the beginning back for you so you can see exactly what happened, and then I'm gonna fast forward it back to where we were because I want you to see the beginning of this so you can get a good laugh. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching, man. I appreciate you guys. If y'all haven't smashed that like button yet, take a moment, smash the like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys hit the bell and share the stream to your social media.
I've ever seen someone speedrun finding out faster than this not Somalian kid, because I think I was actually recording my reaction to his little Discord tantrum while he was currently or just being released from being arrested. And sadly, although it's the thumbnail and the lead of the story, his run-in with the local authorities is actually the least of his worries right now, as just as the Decoy prophecy foretold, if he doesn't stop, something is going to stop him. Now, I believe the order of events last night were he randomly encountered a protest in the street. When the police were involved, he began to antagonize them for his supposed content.
Oh my God, we crashing out.
But then begins to heckle this female copper.
You are bad. I swear to God. You are bad. I'll take you to dinner. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll change your life. I'll change your life, baby. Baby, I'll change your life. I promise you. You are bad right here.
Which goes very badly for him.
I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk. I'm in the sidewalk.
As another angle shows him being carried away like a wee little lad. And being stuffed into a bus, all while crying about being an American again.
It's my stuff. Don't steal my stuff. What are you doing?
Now again, like if you watch this, like this is somebody that just doesn't ever learn a lesson. Like you just not learning a lesson. And now again, this is what I encourage everybody to do. Go and check out Decoy Voice's video and read the comment section. See, this is what other content creators will tell you about. Other content creators will say you don't need to worry about what other people say in their content in their comment section. Here goes my question, right? I don't understand this crap that a lot of these people sit up here and say. How many people see, and this is how you know a lot of these dudes was busters and simps and all this fake valor that they talk about they never had. How many of y'all ever played on a sports team, whether you was in high school or in middle school? How many of y'all watched tapes of the teams that you were about to play? We used to watch tapes of the teams that we were about to play. So now my question is, why would if we're actually looking at quote unquote this like it's a competition, then why are the quote unquote alleged coaches sitting up there telling you you don't need to worry about this, you don't need to worry about that, you don't need to worry about this tape over here of what team A is doing, you don't need to worry about team B? You think that might be why quote unquote people quote unquote always get tricked? Yeah, if you guys agree with TD, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. If people are telling you to look at everything, to not look at everything that's affecting you, how are you going to learn how to deal with things that are affecting you? People just want to live in La La Land because La La Land is easier. The punches don't hurt as bad in La La Land. La La Land ain't gonna win anybody no title. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from America. I'm in the sidewalk. What did I do? Give me passport. I will, but calm down. You're recording right now on camera. I'm giving you it. Police brutality. I'm from America. You can't arrest me anyway.
So now you see, he's sitting up there talking about police brutality, but this dude literally went up to and was harassing the police. But now, if I say that, oh, I'm off code. I mean, that's what he did. Who again, this is why I keep asking about who put a gun to this dude's head and made him go do that. And then this is a dude that got a pattern of doing this kind of thing. He going around to all these different countries, harassing all these people. Then they start saying all kind of stuff about him. And we're just supposed to focus on what's being said about him. First of all, wouldn't nobody have said anything to him if he hadn't went? Second of all, maybe somebody would have, maybe, right? Because you know all these people are anti-black. But I guarantee you the likelihood is a lot lower, you know, if you go to Japan and just start yelling Hiroshima, Nagasaki. I mean, I don't understand why you would do that. And then as far as him being an agent or him, you know, having handlers and stuff like that, why are you so weak-willed that you would do something as stupid and detrimental as this for a couple of dollars, for a couple of bucks? Where's your values at? Who created a person that has such low values and can be bought off so easy that you just be willing to do this? Why don't anybody ever say anything about that? Yeah, I tell you what, they treat him a lot better than they treat the black Americans here in the United States. Wouldn't you agree, DeAndre? They let him live. You know what I'm saying?
Now, he luckily is released from custody, but immediately begins calling them homophobic slurs.
What the?
And again, so now they let him go, right? After they let him go, homeboy then starts calling them homophobic slurs. Why? Who told him to do that? Who put a gun to his head, told him to start calling them homophobic slurs? Like, they let you go. Why don't you bounce? Get out of there. Go away. This is the question I keep asking. Who's making these people do this stuff? Because I tell you, it sure as hell ain't me. But I tell you what, though, somebody wants to see it. Somebody wants to see it. And I'm going to continue to say that until my views, TD's views, MoFax's views, other people that do content have the same type of views as this. Because the numbers don't lie. Like Days said, the numbers don't lie. People lie. Yeah, facts. Shout out to DeAndre. This dude is a clout demon. If y'all agree that this dude is a clout demon, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down.
Type of bull is that? You police. You think I'm scared of these motherfuckers? Nah, you.
And I swear if this was on old school cable television, his show synopsis for the pathetic pirate would be, little dude runs around bothering adults, gets scared when he's finding out, but then acts brave, shouting slurs as he flees, while his fans laugh at his fatherless behavior. With that,
so now when they call it his fatherless behavior, what's that a dog whistle for? His fatherless behavior. That's interesting because clearly, as we saw, he has a father. So now my question is, when is any of the big bad people going to actually have a face-to-face, grill-to-grill showdown with any of this kind of stuff? And if that is never going to take place, then what's the point of all this? Yeah, I got to agree. And honestly, I don't think it goes as deep as Black American as it comes out of this context in particular. Because these are just, you know, this is an Asian dude and his white and Asian subscribers talking about some black people. And dude's name is Johnny Somali. So they know, dude, that's why they keep calling him a pirate. They know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not calling a Black American a pirate, right? There's nothing associated with Black Americans and pirates, right? So they're hitting the ethnicity, calling him a pirate, and they're hitting the race being Black, period. Seriously, we gotta break this down. Is there any type of slur associated with Black Americans that has to do with pirates? Or does everybody specifically know that when you're talking about pirates, you're talking about Somalian people? That's my question for you guys. Oh man, the chat froze
Again!
Oh man, shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I only know of one slur involving pirates, and it's aimed at the LGBTQ. For clarity, can you tell us what that slur is? Win Lose a Rug. Oh man, because I don't want to be wrong.
Again!
Oh man, yeah, exactly. Facts. They call us straight up thieves, call us thugs, hoodlums, that kind of thing, right? So they trying to attack his ethnicity, calling him a pirate. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for a Win Lose a Rug so we can verify. So we, oh man, so we can verify. Hold on, we gotta have this dude say it though. When as soon as Win Lose a Rug verify with that slur, we're gonna have this dude right here say it in his voice.
Black people have been terrorized.
Oh man, that dude said Black people have been terrorized. Oh man, Win Lose a Rug said I got it from that Adam Sandler movie, bro. That's hilarious. Oh man. Hey, could you imagine if they had a baseball team with like rainbow colored jerseys and that was their mascot? It was Keenan Ivory Wayans as one of the buttmen. Remember the buttman from In Living Color with a pirate hat on? Bro, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Bro, I would laugh so hard. Oh man, Win Lose a Rug ain't got no sense, man. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug, man. Win Lose a Rug had me dying laughing.
Again!
Man, what's wrong with that boy Myron, man? What's wrong with him?
Brave shouting slurs as he flees, while his fans laugh at his fatherless behavior, with episodes like live streaming until you die screaming. And that description is equal parts sad and accurate, because every movie genre, TV show, or even YouTube niche has a specific formula that they loosely follow, including mine. But after I've covered his nonsense on 7 videos getting 8 million views, it's basically the same story on repeat.
So I want you guys to pay very close attention to this. You guys see this? Decoy Voice has covered Johnny Somali and his nonsense on 7 videos and got 8 million views. TD, you've been covering the migrant crisis for how long? You get 8 million views yet, bro? Hey, man. Shout out to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? You saw what happened when the Cavs wasn't doing right by LeBron. He took his talents to South Beach.
And the worst part about it, the damage he receives from each instance gets progressively worse every episode. But unlike movie, TV, or even social media stars, I have yet to see this financially pay off for him. As after his arrest, he was ecstatic about the content he just created.
Bro, those guys, show them how they carried me. They carried me like a child. Like 4 cops grabbed me and carried me like a child to the... Holy shit. You guys heard everything?
Now let me ask, is the Deep still in here? Because I was going to ask the Deep, is this dude right here, is this the guy that we're saying is the W handler? And look, just take a moment real quick. Everybody just pause and just look at Johnny Somali's face right here, man. Like my man is just looking wild and out there. He's just looking wild and out there. And again, my question that you got to ask is, why is it that the YouTube morality police have allowed this idiot to remain untouched? DeAndre said him and Myron seemed like they would get along. Him and Myron, they kind of look alike, don't they? Him and Myron, they kind of look alike. Now, how is it that this guy is able to escape criticism, especially in our quote-unquote realm of YouTube? Our realm, if that's what you want to call it. Terrence said he looked like he was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. If you guys agree with Terrence, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Don't he look like Myron, bro? He looked like he could be Myron's brother. Myron about to sit up there and say we being racist
again.
Oh man, that's terrible, man. What's wrong with this dude, man?
1,300 on here. I don't know how many on Rumble.
Until later that evening, while eating, he apparently witnessed a mass incident.
I'm eating lunch. I'm eating dinner right now with Demir. Somebody just came in the restaurant, started everybody, bro. 2 people just got right next to me. I ran.
Now, at the very least, I've been nothing but compassionate for this guy, and even acknowledge that in my own comment section, people call me out for treating him like a kid, not the full-grown adult that he is. And although I began to feel sorry for what he just went through, I then saw him running up on the scene with people laid out on the ground and what appears to be police pushing him away, but he just had to get in there to film his precious content for his channel.
So this is wild, right? Let's watch. And real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't smashed the like button yet, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, make sure you guys hit the bell, share the stream. We got 33 people watching and we got 29 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button, we've been trying to get to 50 for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
So I feel like I can no longer feel sorry for him, because him being immature in Japan and getting floored for his efforts is one thing, but I legitimately think that all this social media clout chasing has calcified his compassion, or even seeing his fellow man being ended seemed like just another opportunity for viral content, and when you're that desperate for status, I think you've sold your soul. And his issues didn't even end there, or randomly in the next morning he streamed for a minute because the coppers actually came to his hotel.
See, bro, this is crazy. My shirt is not even on correctly. Let's do this downstairs. You're gonna get me kicked out of my hotel. You're gonna get me kicked out of my hotel room.
Ask you what happened yesterday. You feel good?
I don't want to talk about anything. I need to talk to my lawyer.
You don't want?
I'll talk to my lawyer.
You go to the hospital?
I'll talk to my lawyer.
You don't want to speak with me?
I do not want to speak with you guys. I'll talk to my lawyer.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You feel good?
I want to talk to my lawyer. I'm being harassed. This is the second time. The second time police is coming to me.
Also to ask you, how do you feel? That's all.
Now, I originally thought this cop was the same one that he heckled the night before, but side by side, I actually don't believe that's her. So either the police are onto his antics and just like in Japan have seen the streams and are about to come down on him, or they genuinely wanted to check up on him after he just witnessed a terrible incident last evening, but he's so paranoid over his own wrongdoing that he can't even allow the local authorities to do a simple wellness check on him. And it would be one thing if he was one of those insanely successful live streamers sitting on several seven-figure bank accounts. I could somewhat understand why he's enduring this, because from what I've heard is his fan base appreciates seeing him struggle, but their appetite can only be satiated by progressively worse situations for him to go through. And it's sad, because it's just like a scene from the 90s, where all the kids bully the littlest loser on the block and pressure him into doing all the stupidest things just so they can laugh at his misery.
So now here's my question. Why do you guys, did you guys hear what Decoy Voice just said right there? Why hasn't Johnny Somali picked up on that yet? So again, my question is, who's putting a gun to his head and making him do this? And the thing is that if there is indeed somebody putting a gun to his head, figuratively, making him do that, then the question then becomes, well, whose responsibility is it to stop that? And how does it get stopped? Yeah, I gotta agree. He can't be making that much money. But now, here's another question though. That's a good comment. Win, lose, or rug. Like, he can't be making that much money, but how is he able to travel around all over the place and cause mayhem like that? It's not cheap to travel. So how's he able to go all of these different places? And let me ask you guys this. Why is it just such a complete disaster when so many social media content creators go overseas and just make a complete fool out of themselves when they're overseas? It's so cringe. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of social media content creators that are overseas that do good content. Shout out to my man Moxie Approved. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of other social media content creators, they go overseas and they're just cringe. Man, they act like they never saw a woman before. They do nothing but pranks. And a lot of people, is certain ones that people talk about. But the account of, do you guys notice that the grandstand sector of YouTube, they only talk about the people that'll bring them views? You guys notice that? The quote unquote accountability sector. The content police, the moral police. I don't have an agenda. I'm just here to share the truth. As long as it can bring me mad views. You know what I'm saying? I just want to bring you all information as long as it gives me mad views. I'm going to tell you guys something, especially if I can emotionally gaslight you and get y'all charged up off of it. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. The grandstand sector only comes for Black American men. Let's call it what it is. Facts. Super facts. While literally claiming that that claim is ridiculous. Which it's not.
But then all those losers found each other on a chat room and treat this not Somalian guy like they used to in their friend group. And I say this not to be mean. I say it because it's, again, equal parts sad and accurate. So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status of today's reality.
All right, so there's that. All right, so that was a pretty good video. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take a look at this here. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick look at this. Johnny Somali breaks silence on his arrest and admit that he lied in Japanese court. Now, here goes my question. Why is he still allowed to travel all over the place knowing that he does what he does? Why haven't they restricted his ability to be able to travel? Wouldn't it seem like somebody like him, they would have cut off his ability to travel? Like, bro, you got to stop. You can't. You're too much. You're too problematic. Everywhere you go is always an issue. But now they didn't do that. They just let this dude be as free as a bird, so they can have somebody to watch on the way down. Johnny Somali terrorized Japan throughout 2023 by getting into fights with locals, disturbing the peace, and even confronting other streamers. Again, why? In September, he was arrested for allegedly trespassing on a construction site, and the following month, he was apprehended again, this time for an unauthorized stream in a restaurant where he blasted loud music. So again, why is he blasting this loud music all over the place? Right. I got to agree. If you guys agree with Black Free Thinker, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Black Free Thinker, give me a thumbs down. Because this is clearly anti-Black American propaganda. Facts that Johnny Somali is completely signed up for. But again, we have to ask, why is it that Johnny Somali feels free to be able to do this? And we also have to ask the question, why there's less focus and attention on him. Because what needs to happen is people need to, if that is indeed the case, right? People need to start doing some investigative work to find out who's putting the money in this dude's pockets so they can stop the money from going in his pockets, because he's being a detriment, causing problems, making people look bad. Now, here goes my question for you guys. Do you guys think that that'll happen? Will anybody put together an effort to do that? Or is this just something that we'll talk about and this mediocre stream will be the end of it? We won't hear about it anymore. Shout out to Terrence. I agree. Terrence said the passport bro should be offended. Yeah. Facts. They really should. You know what I'm saying? While the trespassing charges were dropped, Somali was fined 200,000 yen, around $1,400 US, for his restaurant antics. But according to the streamer, he openly lied to the judge and prosecutor in court. So again, why? Why would you lie like that? Kick streamer Johnny Somali says he lied in court. During a broadcast with fellow streamer 2Trail-K, Somali claimed that if he was sentenced to time in jail, it would have been because of his friend Gino snitching on him. Why do you think they were asking about the money? How many viewers there are? You think I'm speaking? They asked me, did you go in the construction site? Yes, that's obvious. They have footage. Even the lawyer said, yo, if it's obvious, admit it. Don't be stupid. While Johnny did confess to playing music in the restaurant and trespassing, he also says he was bombarded with questions during an 8-hour interrogation. According to the streamer, he was asked questions such as what airport he entered the country at, where he was staying, and what he does on stream. However, when questioned about the cha-ching noise on his broadcast, he directly answered no comment. Now, we know what the cha-ching noise was on the broadcast, don't we? What was that cha-ching noise on the broadcast?
It was, but I couldn't because they already had me for the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They weren't worried about Gino. They just had Gino, so Gino could snitch and get more info.
Hey, nigga.
Oh my god.
So basically, if I would have went to prison, it would have been all Gino's fault. Literally.
That nigga said too much.
Because Gino, Charles, who do you think they were asking about the money? Who's earning money? Like, how many viewers are there? Charles, you think I'm speaking?
No, I know. I
Chuck,
know. You
Chuck,
police.
Chuck, you know me, Chuck. Chuck, you know me, Chuck.
Hey, shout out to remember what Win Lose a Rug had typed in the beginning of the stream. Hey, look at his eyes bucking. By the way, where Carlton at? Carlton, you still watching? Carlton appreciates stuff like that. You see that? That's what you call eyeball bucking. Oh man, them eyeballs is bucking. You know what I'm saying? Buck, booyaka shot. Where y'all think he learned to buck his eyes like that? Hey man, what was old girl name? What was old girl's name that got arrested in Russia? All these people going to all these different countries getting arrested. Brittany Griner, wasn't that her name? Her dreads was swinging around and her eyeballs was bucking like Johnny Somali right there too. Man, that's peak level. What? Shout out to Grind and Motivate. That's Omega level eyeball bucking, ain't it? Man, every picture that we saw of Brittany Griner, she was like 9 feet tall, and like the Russians was like 5 feet tall, and they had her all shackled up. You know what I'm saying? And her eyeballs was bucking. She didn't know what was about to happen next. But it's hilarious though, because I guarantee you I wouldn't be shocked. I guarantee you she probably got treated better in that Russian prison than black people get treated in the American prison. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if this is peak level bucking, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't think that this is peak level bucking, then give me a thumbs down. Oh man. Yeah, shout out to Passport OG. You know what I'm saying? That's facts, Black Free Thinker.
Yeah, I know.
They asked me, did you go on the construction site? Yes, that's obvious. They have footage, right?
All right.
Even the lawyer said, yo, what's obvious, admit it. Like, don't be stupid, you know what I mean? It's not even serious. It's not serious. Yeah. Did you play music in a restaurant? Yeah, I did. You know what I mean? But anything else? Nothing. How much money do you make? How many viewers? How does Kick work? Why did you come to Japan? Who invited you to Japan? What airport did you come in? What hotel did you stay at? What do you do in your live stream? Where do you go? Who pays for the food? You guys give each other gifts? Who pays money? Do you pay Gino? Who's the cameraman? Who's the leader? Charles, they're asking all. It's great. Who's the leader? Where do you go? You went to the hotel, you got food. I think you did something after that. What did you do? Where do you go in Japan? Where have you been in Japan?
So now you can only imagine, right? You can only imagine. Yeah, that's true, Black Free Thinker. But I think that because the one thing that might have saved her is because she was American, and they thought that they might have been able to use her for some type of political leverage, which they clearly were able to, because they basically traded Brittany Griner for some terrorist that's like the equivalent of Destro for Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? So they probably treated her pretty good. I would assume. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I would assume that they did, though, because they wanted to get old boy that was like Destro back. You know what I'm saying? And they got him. You know what I'm saying? They got one of them old stereotypical terrorist-looking cats. You know what I'm saying? Trench coat, scar over his eye. You know what I'm saying? Like old boy just looked like he's shady. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked like he got a nuke. He looked like he keep nukes on demand in his trench coat. You want that nuke? You know what I'm saying? That type shit. They traded him for Brittany. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his eyelids is gone, bro. They disappeared. Peak Omega level eyeball bucking. You know what I'm saying?
What city do you live in Japan? How long have you been in Japan? Why did you go to Japan? Where did you go in Japan? What is your main purpose of being here? You have a job in the United States.
Now, what I'm trying to figure out is what's going on the left side of him. You guys see on the left side where like it's like people keep calling in and then they hanging up. But pay attention though. It's a bunch of Asian people and they keep leaving the monkey and banana emoji on there. Look at this. Watch this.
Stocks? Do you have a car?
You own stocks? They ask you own stocks?
Do you have any assets? Gold, cars, diamonds? Do you own a house?
Oh my god, they ask way too many
questions. What is your childhood like? Who's your family? What's their names? What's their ages? What city did you grow up? Where were you born?
That's I'm not gonna lie.
What school did you go to?
Official
Did you go to
data
college?
mining. That's data mining.
Bro, imagine being interrogated like that 8 hours, bro.
That's
And they're
data
trying to get you to
mining.
snap. They're trying to get you to snap, bro. They're threatening you. If you don't talk, we're gonna put you in jail.
Shout out to
If you don't
John
talk, we're
Guillory.
gonna
What's
arrest
good
you.
with it, bro?
I want to.
They're saying, oh,
I want to see a nigga in Austin, Texas.
I've been skipping rapid. Sorry, you're like shocked. You're like, why do you keep skipping? I can skip.
No. You've been skipping all the boring ones, bro. I'm looking at the fucking who we getting. It's terrible.
But bro, can you believe they're asking that many questions though that had nothing to do with it?
The data mining.
Who's Kick.com? You get paid? Charlie, do you have sponsors? How do you earn money? The sound. Charlie, you know they asked me this question 10 times. We hear cha-ching sound in your videos.
We hear
Are you earning
cha-ching
money?
sound in your.
Bro, they asked me that 20 times, Charlie. You know what I said every time?
What?
No comment. No comment. I write to no comment.
No comment.
Charlie, you can't give these niggas.
Look at them eyes. There you go. That's that Omega level eyeball buck right there. So, like, this dude is a complete clown. You know what I'm saying? So it goes on to say you can't give them a motive. They're going to go and get the judge to say he did this for money, the streamer added. Somali then went on to bring up his trial where he told the judge and prosecutor he wasn't making any money from advertisers in his videos and wasn't making any money at all. They didn't know. Somali and 2Trail K laughed. You know what I told the detective? I said I do this because I like to film my own documentaries. The entire VOD of the conversation has since been deleted from Kick, but it was partially saved and uploaded to YouTube. It's not clear what else the streamer revealed during his discussion about his time in Japan. So far, he hasn't returned to stream on Kick, nor has he posted to any of his social media accounts hinting at a return to the platform. All right. So again, my question is, why does he still have a platform at all? And then, then check this out, right? Look at this. Watch this. Y'all about to die laughing when y'all see this. Now, take a wild guess about what YouTuber did a video about Johnny Somali. Take a wild guess. And take a wild guess who Trendy Digest decided to use their video as the citation. Kick streamer jailed for 5 years in Japan for racist harassment. All right. A Kick streamer who is notorious for harassing Japanese people with racist remarks and trespassing on private property has been sentenced to a 5-year prison term in Japan. Now, look, you see your boy Greg Foreman with his mouth open. Mouth open Greg did a video about it. Mouth wide Foreman did a video about it. Y'all want to see what Mouth wide Foreman said about it? If y'all want to see what Mouth wide Foreman said about it, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't, give me a thumbs down. But what I find interesting is that not too many other people did any videos about it, which is kind of disappointing, especially since we have such a large content police and accountability cult on YouTube. Wants to make sure that everything is going smooth in the YouTube streets. Oh man, they want to make sure everything is going smooth on the YouTube street. What are you guys doing all piled up in here? There's 31 of you hoodlums in here. Nothing to see here, folks. Disperse, disperse, disperse. We got one thumbs up and we're tied, so we're at 0. We got one thumbs up, one thumbs down. Now, I'm actually curious because I want to see the spin on this that Greg Foreman did, because I guarantee you that Greg Foreman put a spin on this where he tried to make it seem that Johnny Somali is just an everyday Black American, and he tried to probably put a spin on this to attach it to the AAPI hate crime issues. I got that feeling. And I got a feeling that he used this to tell his white people about black people oppressing other groups of people and saying that black people are global racists going all over the world, not colonizing or anything or stealing resources, just disturbing the peace and doing stupid live streams, you know what I'm saying, that are easily handled by local authorities. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, "Did you see Greg get lit up by the amazing Lucas?" Yeah, I saw them two yelling at each other. I saw them two yelling at each other. You know what I'm saying? I saw them two yelling at each other. I actually saw it on Kid Gravity's video. You know what I'm saying? I saw it on Kid Gravity's video. I thought it was interesting for a lot of different reasons. For a lot of different reasons. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says Johnny Somali, who has been arrested several times in Japan for his actions, which have sparked outrage and condemnation across both locals and online communities, was found guilty of forcible obstruction of business after he disrupted operations of several restaurants in Osaka by streaming inside their premises without permission. So we know all of this. We read all about this. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. This is why I wanted to look at Greg Foreman's video. Johnny Somali, who claims to be from Somalia but has a U.S. passport, has been accused of racism, xenophobia, sexual harassment, vandalism, theft, assault, and violating the state of emergency imposed by the C-19 pandemic. So if this was going on during the C-19 pandemic, then I guarantee you that Greg Foreman put the spin on there that Johnny Somali was part of these quote-unquote AAPI hate crimes. Yeah, John, you said very interesting. That's hilarious. So look at this. His sentence has been welcomed by many people who have been offended and disturbed by his behavior. A Japanese citizen who witnessed Johnny Somali's harassment said, "He is not welcome here. He has insulted our culture, our values, our dignity. He has caused trouble and distress to many people. He has no respect for anyone or anything. He is a disgrace to humanity." Now, when they say that, it went a little bit deeper than just talking about Johnny Somali himself. You know what I'm saying? But now, my question for everybody is, what's the benefits of a Johnny Somali? And how come Accountability Tube hasn't gotten all over him yet? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said it was a loud mess until Lucas said, "If I see you in public, I'm going to have some words for you." Suddenly, I could hear it all clearly. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Me personally, man, I'm not a big panel person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be cool with having a panel like on Reaction, bringing people on there. But like, I ain't about to be sitting up there shouting with people on YouTube for what? You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why people watching anyway. They're not watching for none of the educational shit. They're not watching to learn anything. They just want to see some drama and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm, and the thing is that when you get onto panels on YouTube, that's what people are sitting there waiting for. Like most times when people drop a link on YouTube, they're waiting to try to make you look bad. They're not waiting. They don't actually want to have a discourse. They want to run the numbers up with a fight. Now, I'm not saying that that's what was going on that stream because I don't know. I didn't see the whole stream, but that's my reason of why, for one, I don't have panels and why I don't go on panels. And that's probably one of the reasons why my channel will probably never really, be real big or anything like that. Aside from the fact that, I try to talk about shit that's important. You know what I'm saying? Shit that's important don't really get a lot of traction on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not really into getting set up. I don't like that. And like, in most cases, to me, when people drop links on YouTube, they drop in links to set you up. They're gonna mute your mic. They're gonna be yelling. They're gonna turn down your mic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit up there and have no stroke out with people screaming back and forth on YouTube. And see, like, I'm one of them type of people that play for keeps. So if somebody tell me about they're gonna say something when they see me or something like that, I'm gonna be expecting to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even be trying to go down that road or none of that. You know what I'm saying? And like my thing is too, like the people that come to my videos to watch the videos for information, I want to try to keep it on information. I ain't really trying to like entertain anybody with fronting on people. It's enough of that on YouTube already. Like the whole YouTube for the most part is about fronting on people. Like who can make people look bad the best? You know what I'm saying? No, I feel that. I feel that Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, yeah, true. That was for sure one of those victorious moments because conservative is such an op. That's hilarious. Bro, he is, man. He absolutely is. Shout out to John. John said, true. That's why I hate panels many times. Many people just sit around and scream at each other and you don't get any solutions like that. Bro, the panels be so dumb. Like, I truly do not understand the purpose of a lot of the YouTube panels. A lot of times, like, they don't even be discussions. And then a lot of times it's always, like, one person talking over everybody. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just trash, just garbage. But I'm telling you, though, most times, at least from what I've seen, people just use panels to try to front on people. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of times people use panels to clout chase. You know what I'm saying? That's funny, though, that Greg Foreman clicked the link to try to debate with Lucas. I mean, like, I ain't trying to be funny, man. But that just show you, like, that's just a weird mentality because, like, Greg Foreman got so many subs and he gets so many views per video. I mean, like, I don't even know why he would even click the link. I would have made another video. Like, bro, like, think about it, because, like, I think in terms of mathematics, right? Think about this. Got to do it like fresh. Think about these, right? I don't know how long that debate was with Lucas, right? But I guarantee you Greg Foreman didn't make no money off of it. Greg Foreman could have took that same amount of time and dropped some stupid video about some coon stuff that he would have made a video about and probably made like $2,000 off that video. But instead, you sat up there yelling at somebody, you know what I'm saying, for God knows how long and didn't make $1. Yeah, I like Moxie. Well, the thing, Moxie got like a close-knit community. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, everybody that rock with Moxie over there is trill. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really going to be calling in like on all that noise over there. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, most of us, you know what I'm saying, we all been over there for a minute. Southern Gotti, you know what I'm saying, Bumper. All we all been over there like day one. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't really nobody over there gonna call on nothing crazy like that. Except for it's only two people that might call on some wild stuff like that with Moxie. Hassan Campbell and O'Shea Duke Jackson. Them will be the only two. Oh man, Hassan Campbell or O'Shea. Them might be the only two. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt it though. You know what I'm saying? Hassan Campbell got, you know what I'm saying, he making a lot of money on YouTube too. And so is O'Shea. But O'Shea will pop up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? O'Shea will pop up. That's hilarious. Yeah. I never really seen Amazing Lucas live stream panel except for that one that video that Kid Gravity did with Greg Foreman. They be yelling back and forth. See, like them type of panels, bro, like I don't be trying to that's like I'd be like, man, what? And then a lot of like I like to watch organized debates where there's an actual moderator, and then where there's people that can fact check information, because a lot of times, especially like on social media, especially like on YouTube, you'll have people like, if it's somebody on the right, they got all the right wing scripted talking points. If it's somebody on the left, they got all the left wing scripted talking points. If it's a feminist, they got all the feminist talking points. If it's somebody in the manosphere, they got all the manosphere talking points. I want to see some actual facts lined up, because a lot of talking points are actually incorrect, but people repeat them so many times that people just accept them as correct. Yeah, see, Win, Lose, or Rug said they be calling each other names and saying all kind of stuff. See, like, man, I ain't with that. And like, I'm not about to go on no panel and try to disrespect nobody or nothing like that. But see, a lot of people, that's what they there for. Oh yeah, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna talk crazy to you. And it's like, you're gonna talk crazy to me because this is the internet. Because if this was real life, we wouldn't even be having a conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the internet has created people like this Johnny Somali dude. And the thing is, too, like, bro, like all these people online, bro, like they all talk greasy. They all talk greasy. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, you're not. You're not gonna do that. I live around people that are gonna do that. You're not going to. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go and you're going to do your live streams and you're going to collect your YouTube check on the 21st and you're going to continue to live a good life. A lot of these cats, man, they never even been to the metro area. They never been to the city. You know what I'm saying? They never seen nothing crazy, never been involved in nothing crazy, never been in a courtroom, never done nothing. Like 50 said, never poked nothing, never shot nothing, never poked nothing, never popped nothing. They need to stop fronting. For real. But the thing that's crazy, again, and it goes back to the title, social media subscribers are liars. Man, y'all could look at half of these cats. Y'all know who people are that got dual personalities versus the ones that don't. Y'all know half these people ain't about to say or do what they say when they turn the microphone off. They're going to go somewhere quiet like a mouse. Half these people on YouTube, if they pull up to somebody at a stoplight and the person looking at them from their car, they're not even going to give them eye contact. They're going to keep their hands firmly on the steering wheel and look straight ahead. Yeah, shout out to Roguish, man. Roguish good peoples. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, half these cats, if they streamed and somebody was wilding out, driving or something like that, or somebody pulled up on the side of them crazy, they're going to turn the camera off because they're not about to look at that person. They're not about to look at them eye to eye. But they'll be on a stream, man, bro. They'll have you thinking like it's about to go down right there on the stream. And that's how you could tell. That's how you could tell what's real or not. All that performative stuff. Because anybody that is actually in the street or dealing with street stuff, they know that anything could pop off at any time. All these cats on YouTube challenging people to boxing matches, man. Like, don't nobody do that. That's some millennial stuff. Let's go to the gym. I'll fight you with a boxing match. Like, ain't nobody doing that. That's the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? My generation, we got it popping right there. Regardless. Wherever you at. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And most people that's about that life, once they get into a certain age range, they're not really trying to be about that life no more. They're trying to just, you know what I'm saying, live life and do their thing. Just be regular. Everybody coming on YouTube now with this hot stuff, bro. You got like 60, 70-year-old men talking about they're going to come beat you up. Seriously? With what, your walker? You know what I'm saying? You going to ram me with your wheelchair? What you about to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And like, shout out to my man Poppy Blanco, because Poppy Blanco has said this before. Most people on YouTube are characters. Shout out to my man Mike TV. What's good with you, bro? Most people on YouTube are characters. Matter of fact, I think Mike TV actually did a video about Johnny Somali. Mike, didn't you do a video about Johnny Somali? I think Mike did the video about Johnny Somali when he was in the UK or something like that, I think. But it's more people on YouTube that's like Johnny Somali than people give credit for. You know what I'm saying? It's more people like that. And it's like, bro, like, man, I'm just trying to come on YouTube, chop it up, talk about interesting topics, get some action popping, chop it up about some cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many people out here that front, man, screaming at people. They gangster. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna beat you up. They got all kind of guns that they ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? Mike said when he was in Japan, but there was another tether in the UK called Mizzy. I'm not even hip to Mizzy doing the same thing, running up in folk. Oh shit, I ain't even hear about that. Running up in folks' houses, stealing dogs, etc. Yo, that's crazy. And then he cried racism when he had to face the music. See, right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You got Johnny Somali going to Japan doing all kind of crazy stuff. Then he go to Israel and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Then when the crazy stuff, because first of all, nobody told him to go there. And then nobody told him to go there and be on that crazy stuff. But then when the crazy stuff bring out consequences, he want to say, I'm American. This happening to me because I'm black. Police brutality. And it's like, bruh, you taking away from when actual stuff be going down. When there's actual situations popping off. You just went over there, you harassed a female police officer. You know what I'm saying? You in Japan calling people all these crazy names, wilding out at businesses, screaming about nuclear bombs at construction sites. Nobody told them to do that. And that's why I keep asking, who put a gun to homeboy's head and made him do that? Nobody. I didn't even know he went on Piers Morgan. Mike, I didn't know Piers Morgan had him on there. Shout out to Mike. Mike said he was on Piers Morgan saying it's because I'm black. This Mizzy guy. Oh, bro, I got to watch that. Yeah, Johnny is Somali. Yeah, if you look up his Wikipedia facts, it definitely say that. Shout out to DBB. What's good with it, DBB? You ain't going back to sleep. I don't know why you lying. What's good with you, though? Oh, man, look, DBB about to go back to sleep.
Again!
Oh, man. Yeah, man, that's exactly what he did, bro. Did you see the most recent stuff with him being arrested in Israel? Bro, they picked him up. They had him on the they had him picked up and they put him in this van and he was like, I'm American. I'm American. I'm American. Yeah, that's facts, Terrence. Piers Morgan has every degenerate on his show at some point. Yo, bro, did you see the most recent Piers Morgan where he had Ben Shapiro on there and Ben Shapiro wouldn't say anything about the Candace Owens stuff? See, this is the new stuff right here, Mike. Hold on real quick. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, man, look at this. Your boy Johnny Somali got in trouble.
Again!
Oh, man. Johnny Somali just can't stop getting arrested. He got arrested.
Again!
Man, that's the best clip ever, man. That is the best clip ever made. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, I commend Mike for the amount of pressure that he applies to time. Man, Mike be going in on them, man. Mike be going in. It'd be wild. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, though. Now, you talking about running a panel. Mike run a tight ship with his panel, though. You know what I'm saying? It don't be getting out of control. He be keeping control of that panel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta agree. Patrick says delineation needs to be on record, regardless of all blacks are lumped in. It's a start. Yeah, I agree. Well, and the thing is that I think it's interesting. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You got to ask the question. See, like for real, right? As an ethnicity, it should have been the United States that created a delineation for us. Like Dr. Claude Anderson actually talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Claude Anderson's original delineation that he had for the blueprint that he wanted was called Native Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? But what's interesting about it, though, is that the United States government never set that up. Everybody, like, in as far as the delineation goes, really, for real, is more like a ethnic category, right? See, because it, like, I understand the issues that people, you know what I'm saying, that people have with like people that's in the diaspora and certain things that people do that can be problematic. But if you ask me, the biggest problem is that it's difficult. We don't have a way to really describe ourselves as an American ethnicity of black people. So for political purposes, when we talk about black Americans and black American issues, everybody else can automatically jump on that and shout us down and say that we're quote unquote making things about race. We're not making anything about race. How do we identify ethnically? We don't have an ethnic identity, at least an official one that I'm aware of. Freeman, I think, would be the closest. I think that Freeman was the original ethnic delineation that the United States government set up for black people, but people don't really go by that. Mike said the diaspora is already delineated. They don't call themselves African Jamaicans. They say Jamaican. Well, goddamn, I'm not black. I'm OJ. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Right. You know what I'm saying? People be forgetting OJ said that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, and it was interesting, man. Mike be on Umar Johnson's head as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, OJ, you know what I'm saying? He was one of them, he was one of them old school SYSBMs. Old school, where you know what I'm saying? OJ was one of them old school SYSBMs. Now, what's his name? What's old boy name? Umar Johnson had came out with a video, or somebody had posted a video that I saw today, and it was talking about white America's obsession with OJ Simpson. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like, Umar Johnson is extending an olive branch to brothers who have succumbed to the snow bunny crisis. It's too much hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? Now look at this. Look at this. Umar Johnson might be softening in his rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he wanted Kanye West to reach out to him. You guys remember that? Then he said he challenged Club Shay Shay to let him come on to the Club Shay Shay podcast. You know what I'm saying? And now he's making videos explaining white America's obsession with OJ. I thought he was out of the community. I thought OJ was out of the community. Same with George Floyd. Goodbye. You know, right? I thought this was the rules. If you listen to YouTube. Oh, okay. Shout out to Mike. And that's facts. Mike said, nah, by Umar's own rhetoric, OJ is okay because OJ had a nappy-headed black wife before the white one. Okay. So so OJ is safe. Okay. All right. It's just crazy, man. Oh, man. Umar, wow, man. That dude, wow, man. Black Free Thinker says, and that ethnic ish is everywhere. They tried to give my dude Keisha-ish about getting into Zouk back in the days, being Congolese and stuff. That didn't last long. It's global. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Now, see, this is my thing though. But do you guys agree with me though that if we had a ethnic ethnicity, an ethnic identity that everybody agreed on, it would be easier for us to get political stuff accomplished? Because I'm telling you, the biggest issue is that white people and their paid help, anytime Black Americans talk about something, they're just sitting back waiting to say that, oh, you can't stop talking about race. Well, here's the thing, white people, we kind of have to talk about race because we're not Irish, we're not Spanish, we're not Italian, we're not any of that. You know what I'm saying? So we've only been identified as quote unquote Black Americans, and there's not any boxes to check off Freeman on anything. So what they do is they create a mirage and say that any of our political concerns are quote unquote all about race. Now, mind you, right? If we talk about the migrants coming through from the migrant crisis, okay, well, there's a majority of one race of migrants that are coming over, right? But we don't talk about them in terms of that one race. We talk about them in terms of, oh, well, they're migrants, South American, Latino, Latina, Venezuelan. You know what I'm saying? When is the last time you heard them refer to the migrants from the migrant crisis as Latino migrants? In most cases, they call them Venezuelan when they're talking about the Venezuelans, right? Shout out to Mike TV. Mike TV said, my dad put me up on game today. He said we should have never accepted the label Black. Black is not descendable. Let that sink in. Yeah, I agree. Well, and again, as far as that goes, it's a racial classification, right? The problem is that as of right now in the United States, our racial classification and our ethnic classification are the same. So if we're talking about the ethnic issues that we deal with here in the United States, which might be different from other Black people that's not from the United States, white people can opportunize on that and say, you're just obsessed with race. Well, we're not obsessed with race. We're talking about what's going on here in America with Black Americans who are from America. You know what I'm saying? The same way, oh, well, you know, we can talk about all these community issues that, you know, the AAPI community has. Now, nobody talked about the race obsession of the era where everybody was talking about AAPI stuff. Oh, AAPI hate crimes, despite the fact that during the AAPI hate crime period, Black people had the higher amount of hate crimes. Nobody was saying anything about that. Nobody said anything about the race obsession. Oh, we gotta show these instances of Asian people having issues with violence and being targeted. That's a race obsession. Oh, everything's not about race. Well, maybe they weren't targeted because they were Asian. Maybe they were targeted because they were rude to somebody when somebody tried to pay for something at a nail salon or something. Oh, no, it was because they're Asian. It's because they're Asian. It's because they're Asian and it was about race. You know what I'm saying? And then if they, you know, then they can get into their little, they can do their delineation. Well, you know, we're talking about Thai people. Oh, okay, well, no, we're talking about Japanese people. See, when we're talking about like Black Americans, the running joke is there's no real way to identify us who are from the United States, result from native indigenous or slaves, you know what I'm saying? Or we were freemen, people that were here already. There's no classification for that. So like anytime you have a white person try to lump you in with an African, like no offense to the African or no slight to the African, no slight to a Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? But they're doing that to try to laugh. They're doing that to make a joke. They're doing that as funny, like, aha, see, I'm German. Aha, see, I'm Irish. Aha, see, I'm Spanish. Aha, see, I'm Serbian. Aha, see, I'm Croatian. Aha, see, I'm Russian. Well, you know, here in America, we got some issues going on with Black Americans. Oh my God! Oh my God! All you people do is talk about race. Oh my God! All you people do is talk about race. Oh my God! We talk about race because you people decided to try to lump our race and our ethnicity into the same word. Another wordplay game with the English language. They're like, shout out to Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike said they got people talking the Queen's English. You know what I'm saying? But that's facts though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, and the thing is like, you know, it would, I wish that people kind of understood, like, or either maybe they do understand, but like put a little bit more focus on that as the importance of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But now, and shout out to Black Free Thinker, right? Black Free Thinker said true. Yet we were on some Pan-African stuff back in the days. And back then, I get it. The world was different. And see, like, to me, I never understood the Pan-African stuff. I've always heavily identified with being American. I never understood the Pan-African stuff. I never got it. Never made any sense to me. Now, again, like, I don't have no issue with African people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no issue with, you know, people from the islands or whatever, but like, we're not like, I don't understand why it's just looked at as crazy for us to have our own identity. Like, when you're talking about Latino people as a group, nobody looks at it crazy that Mexicans don't want to be mixed up with people from El Salvador. Nobody looks at Asians crazy for Japanese people not wanting to be confused with Korean people. But all groups of people collectively forget their own expectations and look at us like we're crazy when we say we're not African American. Like, we didn't immigrate from Africa and come here. We've been here. Because we didn't. And the thing is that there's not an excuse. They don't get any excuse. These people lie and sit there and say that they're so much higher IQ than us. So if they're so much higher IQ than us and they understand everything, then that's exactly what you do. And that's exactly what you get treated like. You get treated like you understand everything. So what they're doing is that they don't apply the same rules to us that they apply to them. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could have a white person that's husband and wife, and they'll both sit up there talking about how one of them is Irish and the other one is German. But these high IQ people that just built society and the entire planet can't fathom that a Black American is extremely culturally different than somebody from Cape Town, South Africa. They can't get it. It doesn't understand. But for some reason, they can understand that somebody who's from the Netherlands, a Dutch person like Elon Musk, who grew up in Africa for a long time, they'll call that person a South African. No one see, like, and again, there used to be this time where it was all this liberal stuff and people would be like, oh, they never dealt with this. So like, we need to explain racism and we need to explain all that. Man, listen, man, you don't never need to teach the teacher a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I've never been about like the quote unquote, yeah, we're going to sit down and have this discussion. There's nothing to discuss. I don't need to have a discussion. You need to read a history book. And then after you read a history book, then we can have a discussion. But until you read a history book, it's nothing for us to discuss. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. But they do all of that on purpose. They do all of that on purpose. It's all meant to be a game. It's all meant to be a slight. And I think like if people understood like the ridicule that a lot of people have and a lot of people do that just go over people's heads. Like I remember this one time I was watching a Professor Black Truth video and he was talking about how like white people tricked Black people into naming each other Leroy because it was a term that means the king, like the king of France. And it's a lot of names like that. Like people eating chitlins. You know what I'm saying? That's the leftover part of the pig. It's a lot of things that people do that other people that's been programmed, that other people sit back and look at and they amongst themselves laugh. But then if you bring that to them, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to have a discussion. They don't want to be honest with it. It's all kind of stuff like that, bro. It's all kind of stuff like that. Hollywood is the same thing. That's why I don't understand. I don't understand why people don't put more investment into like independent studios and stuff like that. Think about this, man. Like, who you think made the money off of that movie Amistad? I guarantee you it wasn't none of us. Ask this. How much wealth has been generated off of telling stories about our history? And then people just sit back and be like, I didn't like that movie. Of course you didn't like that movie. You didn't write it. People that don't like you wrote it. Why you expect to like the movie? Like, people really don't realize how doggy dog the world is. And they don't want to realize how doggy dog the world is. People want to be gaslit. People don't want to know like the real reasons why there's so many issues popping off right now. One of the reasons why there's so many issues popping off is because people have been plagued with niceness and obedience training. You know what I'm saying? Niceness and obedience training, and people will sell you a dream. How can you buy a dream if you're already living in a nightmare? Is my question. That's my question. There's a lot of things that are structurally incorrect that need to be broken down and recreated. But if you say that, it's a whole lot of people that'll get their panties in a bunch. And then once they get their panties in a bunch, they'll do everything that they can to try to discredit you. They'll do everything that they can to try to discredit you because you actually want to improve something. And everybody's such an attention, everybody's such a clout demon, such an attention demon, that it's all about the attention. It's all about I gotta have all these views. I gotta have all these retweets. I gotta have all these tweets. I gotta go viral. Like it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing to me. It's just amazing. It's too many contradictions. And in most cases, in order for things to work and work out the most efficiently, things got to be standardized. But in order for things to be standardized, certain elements got to be purged. But the problem is that many people are not willing to make that purge, because most people want to remain immersed in what they're familiar with and what they feel safe with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man K Kent. What's good with it, bro? And so, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult. Like I've said this before. People need to become like, look at micro strategies, right? We talk about this when we talk about cryptocurrency. Micro strategies has a 100-year plan with Bitcoin. They got a 100-year plan. So for one, that means that they're taking in consideration that their company is going to be around in 100 years. They're taking in consideration that the United States will be around in 100 years. They're taking in consideration that Bitcoin will still be relevant in 100 years. They're taking in a lot, making a lot of assumptions, which is nothing wrong with that, right? But when I ask about 100-year plans for other things that we might want to do, not too many 100-year plans around. And then people are looking at me crazy, like, why are you asking this? Why are you asking this? Shout out to my man K Kent. We got a new member.
Again!
Man, we got a new member. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. Make sure y'all show K Kent some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Yeah, man. So, you know, that's just stuff to think about, man. It's just stuff to think about. It's just stuff to think about. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start trying to put up clips again. I think I might actually have a little bit of time coming up. So I'm gonna try to put up a few more clips. Now, either Sunday or Monday. If nothing else goes on, we'll see. Hopefully nothing else goes on. But if nothing else goes on Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna react to that Tree of Logic interview with Fresh and Fit. How many of y'all saw it? Or with Daisy? How many of y'all saw that? Did y'all see that? If y'all saw that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't see it, give me a thumbs down. That interview was wild. Man, that interview was crazy. And then Daisy pulled up to Duke's and she did an interview with Duke. So I might try to double up and grift some views off of both of those. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely check those out. You know what I'm saying? But KO Kid Fit did a video recently. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Myron flipped out on some woman on some podcast that Saint the Sinner was on, and Rolo Tomasi was on there, for asking her, or for asking Fresh about Daisy. She did 2 interviews with Duke. She called into a stream. It was one night she called into the stream, and then she called in again recently. Duke be getting the, man, listen, when it comes to that stuff, Duke had the original, he had the OG interview with Anna Quinn Fit. Abba has called into Duke's a couple times. Like, it be lit. It be going down over there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm about to try to grift a little bit off of that, though. Yeah, he flipped out. Bro, he flipped all the way out. Told her to get out, start calling the women dumb bees and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they said that all these chicks was 304s that they had in the room, right? I don't know, because I don't know who these women were. But listen, man, I'm going to just keep it a buck. If I was single and I'm in Las Vegas and I got a whole bunch of alcohol, I got a whole bunch of alcohol in a room full of 304s, I'm not about to wild out like that. That's not the way I'm going to be wilding out. If anything, the way I'd be wilding out would be more similar to Fresh. Yeah, he started cussing her out, and Fresh just sat there looking at his phone. Myron has a meltdown again. happening. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen, bro. Myron gonna have so many meltdowns that he's gonna just pattern bald all over that new hairpiece that he has. It's gonna slide right off the top of his head, and that's gonna be the end of that. That's gonna be the end of Act 1. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that stream will be coming up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. I'm glad y'all came to rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Late night. I'm gonna shout out everybody who's in the building, who supported the stream. Shout out to my man Black Free Thinker. I appreciate it. 7 months of membership support. Make sure y'all show him some love. Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my man Patrick Taylor with the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate it, bro. And shout out to Jerry with the $20 super chat, bro. I appreciate it. And also shout out to my man K Kent for becoming a member. I appreciate y'all. Make sure if you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, y'all hit that like button. And as always, ladies and gentlemen,